we're in. That's not
Even
our
though the game had
continent.
been around for decades prior,
By the way,
the first verifiable
we're unmuted, by the way.
come from around the mid-2000s. During this period,
I know we're
the world
unmuted so
went
we
back and
can
forth
everyone can hear
between
about
three
Chimmy.
gamers,
Oh, we are
Nemo,
unmuted. Okay, good.
Nemo, and
Yeah.
a big-ass yellowy dildo. Only one video from this era has survived, from March 29th, 2005, when the record was set
If
for
anyone,
big-ass
when I
yellowy
eventually
dildo.
upload all these VODs to YouTube and like some random person goes through watching it, they're gonna get to this one and be like, what the fuck is
Here,
this?
have some. No,
big ass
get,
and yellowy
no,
dildo.
get that out of my face.
Despite the low image quality and occasional interruptions, a lot can be learned from this video about the basic strategies of Chimmy speedrunning.
What the fuck?
Avoiding the holes by
There are
taking the
no
northern route, moving
lizard
diagonally
hats.
to achieve purple, and the biggest revelation, circling the well to maximize top
Oh
speed.
You're
shit.
just going around
Circle
in
the
a
well.
circle. Won't that waste time? It makes Jimmy go faster. Jesus, butterscotch should not smell like that. Well,
Yeah, come on, man.
forward, and then the dog slept in it, but then I scooped it all back into the big jar, so it should be fine. That jar's not that
I got my big jar,
Why
actually.
do you always say that? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. I've seen bigger jars than this.
What?
Record time achieved by Big Ass Yellowy Dildo in this video was 19 minutes and 2 seconds,
how you
a
use
time
the
that
jar.
for years seemed unbeatable. Or at least, that's what they thought in America.
Alright, that's enough. That's enough, Chimmy. We'll do it in sessions. That's the first 2 minutes. We'll watch the next 2 minutes before next D&D. Oh, I turned off the
We'll
camera,
watch
not
them-
the.
we'll watch-
There you go.
Watch them during the break. We'll watch
Yeah,
them during the break.
exactly. I like how okay, there you go. The viewer count went up because of the raid, and then it went back down to 4. I was like, did literally everyone leave? but it was just fluctuating. All right. Welcome for D&D, everyone. Let's see if it'll work right away this time. Yeah, look at that. Welcome, one and all. We're gonna get into the game. What happened last time? Do you guys remember?
Somebody decided to look with their hands and not their eyes. And also, there was a bicyclops.
There was a bicyclops, yeah. That's one of
And the
the
regular one.
that's one of the silliest jokes that I've done. I almost don't want to spoil one of the other ones because there's another pun-based encounter that maybe you guys could run into. The problem is you're getting out leveled for it, so maybe you would have to wait for another campaign. We'll save it.
Just increase the. It doesn't have to be a balanced encounter.
That's true.
You just,
If funny.
dunk some more dwarves, halflings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Kaz, was that his name? Zach, or it was something like with a Z in it.
Saz.
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 Saz, yes, that was
Saz.
it. Our lizard folk guide, brought us to this. Well, he's bringing us to Cassaria lair because we were like, "Fuck it, let's do something," and we're gonna. That something is kill the dragon. However, just so happened that we could take an exit and go down the road a little bit, and there was our original mission that the lizard people wanted us to do, which was kill this cyclops, and so we decided to go do that, and so we did. And then he had a brother, a bicyclops, and yeah, and then we went inside, and we noticed. We didn't notice. We knew already because I think Saz told us. This is the tomb of previous adventurers who wanted to kill Cassaria. However, they died. They are no longer with us. And except, well, they are with us right now. Their ghosts are with us. Because Britsha grabbed something like a coin purse off of one of their sarcophagi. I think it will. It'll have been worth it at the end.
We'll find out. This is where we TPK.
Bree killed them.
Oh god,
Anyway.
we're in an underground area. He's gonna collapse the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, erupting Earth. But did I miss anything? Is that what we did?
ghost?
I think that's about it.
pretty much
You
We talked for like an hour.
you recruited the help of the wizard. What's his face?
That's true. Yeah, Mohi.
Yeah, and his pseudo dragon E.
Yeah. Yeah, Mohi fixed my armor for like 50 gold, so Mohi's a G. I'm okay with He's also he's a chill pseudo dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that in a moment I'm gonna put us on the battle map, and we're gonna be hopping right in with some combat. It looks like this time. Hold on, just give me a second. I'm doing something real quick. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go ahead and how do I do this? Where am I? There we go. We are going to get you guys into a battle in an underground crypt. Hold on, don't roll initiative yet. Let me go ahead and okay, you should be able to make sure to click on your token and then roll into initiative.
I love having 11 HP.
I can heal you.
Oh yeah,
no,
because
I already used it.
yeah,
No,
you.
I have more than 56 max. Every time we load a new battle map, this happens.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it will just. You just need to like change it to what it should be.
Really?
What is your max now, Helios?
70.
70?
Yeah.
And what's your current?
70.
Oh, you didn't get hit by the Cyclops? Okay.
I got sat
No, you
on.
just got pinned. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, okay.
He sat on
Good.
me. I took no damage somehow.
Alright, we just need your roll then, Helios, and we'll be good to go. Okay, and then the roll for, then I need to roll my guy. And so yeah, we had ended the session right with Bree being like, oh, there's a coin purse on this sarcophagus. I'm gonna go ahead and snag that real quick. So Bree went over, grabbed the coin purse, and as she grabbed it, a spectral hand reached through and grabbed her. And then a sort of in the moments as combat is beginning, it will like a torso also starts sitting up from where it was laying down there, phasing through the sarcophagus. And that will bring us to the start of initiative, where Helios, you're the first to go.
How the fight a ghost? Why am I should not be the one to do this?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say, I was thinking like maybe it should be a surprise round but you kind of knew that this place is literally Saz told you that it's haunted. It's not really like you're surprised. So, anyways,
Fair. Maybe we'll just like immediately go for a brain blast and see what happens.
okay, hold on. I just realized
Actually, wait, I'm gonna insult the ghost first. Because I have 4 inspirations still. I haven't used them in a hot minute.
Oh, I have an inspiration too. I got it for something silly last time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna insult the ghost. I'm gonna give him to your mother, and then I'm gonna brain blast him.
Okay.
I'm gonna bind blast him.
Yeah. All right, sounds good.
True. That is correct.
So you are going to brain blast him with the lance. Okay, gotcha. Okay, luckily for you, this type of ghost has no immunity to psychic damage. Some do, but this one doesn't.
So just realized he's a ghost, but doesn't have a brain. But we're gonna move on past that.
So, let's see. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is even though he doesn't have a physical brain, like most of intelligent ghosts still have a psychic entity. They still have a soul there that is.
You can still hurt their feelings.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So intelligence saving throw, not the greatest for this guy. Yeah, he fails. He's gonna take the full damage.
3 6s.
Pretty good damage, I do
And
say.
he's incapacitated. Can he be incapacitated? Big ghosts do.
Actually, he can. He is immune to many conditions. That is not one of them. He is immune. Well, I can't tell you what he's immune to at least 8 conditions.
Oh boy.
And incapacitated is not one of them somehow. But like some of them would be stuff that you expect for someone that doesn't have a body, like petrified. He can't be petrified.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna
Can
spoil
we
the
get a
rest.
clap for Helios doing something for the first time in how many weeks?
No, it's actually really good. So look, I gotta go remember What incapacitated does? Let me look that up. Okay.
Oh, I can tell you.
Incapacitated can't take actions or reactions. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me add a little like icon. Okay. Good stuff. And the damage also seems to hurt, although it's not visible wounded just from that. Adau, it's your turn.
Is he still like grabbing onto Bree?
No, he'd probably release Bree at that
I'm gonna be
point.
listening.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if it was gonna be some sort of grapple. Yeah, I'm just gonna give him the old 1-2.
Okay. That is a hit.
That is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's to a moderate, like a 1-2-3, perhaps.
Okay. And it seems like necrotic damage has no effect on him.
Ah, yes, I should have known that. I don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, he is undead. I mean, that to be fair, some undead only have resistance, but I think all of them have resistance at the very least, or almost all, and a lot have immunity. This one has immunity to necrotic damage. But hey, it's worth a shot. You reach out.
Figured magic.
Yeah. And yeah, okay. Is that all then, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Talvo, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for the record, I am still on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're walking on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was checking it out up there, so we're just gonna take a shot at the man.
Okay. Like, oh shit, and then you shoot upside down. I like to think that like you're not used to loading the short bow, so you drop the arrow and they're like, oh. I don't know. Yeah, that's a
I
hit.
like the idea of me standing on the ceiling and all the arrows fall on my quiver.
Yeah. That's a hit. That is a magic short bow, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Nice. And 27 damage. It is now visibly wounded. As it's going like... Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's a +1 short bow.
Yeah, I think so. I hovered over it said +1 for magic, so yeah. Alright, cool. The thing is visibly wounded. It doesn't get to go. I think... Let me go look. I think it gets to remake its save at the end of its turn. Hold on. Oh, no, it's just until the start of Helios' next turn. So it's still incapacitated. Well, yeah, so basically for 1 round it's incapacitated. So it's on to Bree.
I'm tempted to make summon a bunch of woodland beings because I feel like this ghost isn't alone. There's all these tombstones nearby. Something could happen.
That's smart.
So
I was thinking about bashing one of them with my mace to wake them up early.
yeah, but
Technically, they're prone. You have advantage.
Yeah.
yeah, I might do that.
Okay, conjure woodland beings. Sounds good. Let me, hold on. Did you want to do a swarm of them or one big one?
I'll do 8.
8, okay.
This is where we got the blink dogs.
Oh yeah, this is the, yeah, do you want to do blink dogs again?
Was that
The-
conjure animals or was this one? Because they're
Oh,
two different ones.
Those are Fey. Those are, yeah, blink dogs are Fey, I think. Let me, well,
Okay.
let me check.
Okay.
So that is this one, I think. Let me check.
Yeah, the other one was.
Yeah, blink dogs are Fey. They're just like animal-like Fey.
Okay.
They're, well, yeah, basically Fey in D&D terms means that they are like woodland creatures that live in like, you know, Fey forests kind of, right? It doesn't even necessarily mean that they don't have to be like any specific thing beyond that. It just means they are connected to like the woodlands. So.
Happy Fey Pride Month, by the way.
What?
Fey Pride.
Okay. So, oh wait, hold on. There we go. Wait, okay.
Did I have a choice or was it just blink dogs?
There was. Oh, it was. The other one that was of that level was. Hold on. There is another one of that level. There's blink dogs, but there was one other one I remember. What is it? CR 1/8 or 1/2? I can't remember.
It's
1/4.
1/4.
1/4. Okay. CR 1/4. Fey. Blink dogs or pixies or sprites.
No, I want blink dogs.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do I want a bunch of Tinkerbells or teleporting dogs?
Yeah.
What's wrong with a bunch of Tinkerbells?
There's not, I mean, nothing. Again, take Python, but not necessarily super helpful in a combat encounter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give Britsha. I'm gonna give you control over these.
Okay.
Hold on. So there you have their stat block in your journal now.
It's a lot of 2s.
The what?
There's a lot of 2s.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of they're all 22 HP. So here, I'll roll initiative for them. But then if you have that sheet open next to your normal one, they did not roll well. Let me resort initiative real quick, and then I'll put
Wait,
that.
so do I need a sheet of blink dogs?
Yeah, I just shared one with you, so you have it now next to your normal
Bless
sheet
you.
in there or somewhere in there.
Did you share one with me?
Yeah, you should.
I mean, I have one open.
Yeah. So it's not in the same folder probably, but it's in the journal. You should have one.
Yeah.
Here, let me move it into the allies folder or whatever. Hold on. Okay, now it should be like right next to your character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I clicked on the right one then.
Yeah, there you go. And then
Okay.
here, do a test roll to see if it like attacks. Like just do one of the attacks they have. I think they only have one.
Where are attacks?
So if you open the sheet,
Oh, is it this bite?
probably. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So now you can roll for them when they do the attacks. Although they don't get to go yet, because I think they have their own initiative, right? Yeah, they have their own initiative, and unfortunately they tied with you, but they have higher dex, which means that they go they go before you actually. So they're not gonna get to go till the end of the next round, like a whole round away. But
Yeah.
basically, you're just gonna be able to call out orders for them. So. Okay, is that all? Oh, that's your action, right? Yeah.
Well, I can choose what I position them, right? So. I'll like.
You can move them actually. Yeah, exactly. Just drag them where you want.
So many things on screen.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, this one.
Okay, is that all?
We're in. Not yet.
Okay, I like it.
They're playing backgammon, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all you got, Britsha?
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I can do.
Yeah, it's your action. I don't think you have any other
might,
bonus action.
Well, I might actually like move out the way because then.
Okay. It can't.
yeah.
It can't make an attack at you, so you're good to do so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay. So then we go to the top of initiative with this wraith that appears out of this one now. You were right, there's more than one. And this one pops out. They rolled 20 initiative, but they were still waking up or, whatever. They come through their own sarcophagus now, phasing through it, looking around, and just reaching out to touch one of the dogs to its side.
He's gonna pet the puppy. Let's go.
He's gonna pet this puppy to the left, and he's going to hold on.
Pet it really hard.
He is going to reach out. Does it? I think a 20 hits the blink dog. And he will do. Hold on. 26 necrotic damage.
That is the third attack that's done 26 damage in this combat.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And
well, I mean, mine did 0.
that blink dog
No,
will
it's true.
poof out of existence. Actually, what happens when they die? Hold on.
Hey, blink.
They disappear. So it doesn't like leave a body or anything. It just poofs out of existence. Zoop.
Damn.
One blink dog down. Luckily for you, he only has one attack. But he starts looking around at you and speaking in the tongue of the Northerners, the humanoids who worship the Northern gods, the giant gods. Well, actually, yeah, the people here call them the giant gods. They don't have any other name for them. And he starts speaking out in this tongue, And Duncan understands a little bit, and he's basically saying, like, how dare you defile our crypt? Something along those lines. And before we get to Helios, another one pops out.
Oh boy.
This one is going to attack at the one that he is now flanking. He gets a 19 because of the +2, which is definitely a hit. And that one also gets the life immediately sucked out of him. You hear like, "Arr!" And then it just disappears.
No.
Oh no, it's Northern Lions do Vegas.
Oh jeez.
Oh no.
There, so
Oh, yeah.
two blink. Actually, after this one went, it would have moved over towards Bree. And this one actually, they actually converse back and forth. These two wraiths, they say words to each other. And this one nods with what the other one says, also moves towards Bree, which means the Blink Dog will get an attack of opportunity. So feel free to make an attack, Britsha.
It sounds like. Woo.
Yeah. This is more complicated speech, so Duncan wouldn't, Adau is not going to be able to understand what they're saying here. That is a hit. These guys don't have any armor on. They are kind of like these, you know, flowy kind of ethereal beings, but they are not the worst to hit. So the dog attacks. And so if you click, if you click where it says attack, literally the word attack in the chat log.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So he does 3 damage. The question is, does he do magical damage? I think it would because it's from a spell.
Creature, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean, it's not like a centaur is a fake creature, but if they hit you, it's not like their attacks are inherently magical.
It's just a really hard hammer that's also magic.
But for a blink dog, yeah, I'm gonna say it actually isn't magical damage because there's nothing in the spell that says it would be magical damage, and so it's literally just a physical dog that's been summoned here, blink dog, and it latches on the thing, goes, the thing kind of like shakes it off and then looks, and there's like a little bit of puncture wounds, but they kind of immediately kind of like, melt away into the rest of this being's ethereal body or lack thereof. So it is resistant to the blink dog's attacks.
Interesting.
Helios, it is your turn. This thing is no longer incapacitated now, because I read that it's till the start of your next turn, which it now is.
Cool. So, do you think we could melee them? We could probably melee them.
With a magic weapon, which we
Yeah, we have magic weapons.
Do I? That's.
Yeah, it's pretty common knowledge that undead, a lot of undead and other creatures for that matter, are, even if they're resistant to normal attacks, any sort of magic pierces that, that's all
Actually,
pulling.
you might not have a magic weapon.
Yeah.
Unless you want to, like,
Your
slap
rapier
them.
isn't magical? Could have sworn you bought one.
Hold on, let me go look.
I have.
If you got a +1 anything, that's.
I mean, no, you have spells,
Yeah, spells are...
They're not immune to magic at all.
Yeah, I have like 2 attacking spells.
Here, hold on, I'm gonna look at your sheet.
more
real
brain.
quick.
It's unmagic.
Oh,
I
you
have
have a
one more
+2 rapier.
I was about to ask, is the +2 rapier?
Yeah. If it's plus anything, that means it's magical. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna. Stab
Yeah. +2 is like a higher end magical item. So,
Yeah. Alright.
like, which one do you want to stab?
I guess the red ones. I'll move in and.
Okay, sounds
get
good.
them.
You go, ah!
Actually.
And yeah, you guys haven't really seen.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay, yeah, you guys haven't really seen Helios ever get into melee range, but he goes, ah! And with the rapier pokes at it. That is a hit, a very clean hit.
And it does 1 damage. Okay, that's actually good.
10 damage, and it's magical,
That's
so
not bad.
doesn't get reduced. That's not bad at all. Good stuff. Okay.
I have 1 more bind blast and saving.
That's
Good luck.
gonna bring us to Adau. What is Adau gonna do?
This is the first time I think I've ever been able to use this. But my holy symbol is my circlet, so I guess it doesn't really work.
Okay.
But channel my divinity through that holy circlet that I have, and turn undead.
Turn undead, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think these guys are a little too powerful to be destroyed by my other class feature, but I can make them run away.
Okay.
So they'll need to follow
Yeah.
these rules.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, like Britsha, since you're new to D&D and TSM, you probably know this, but yeah, Turn Undead is like an old school D&D thing dating back to, first edition stuff, where the whole idea is a cleric is like one of their duties is to seek out you know, unholy forces of corruption, especially undead. And
Yeah,
so
so there's
they have a hard
There's a
counter.
paladin thing too, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, paladins also have a lot of different things. They have channel divinities. I don't know if they're always necessarily turn undead, but they it depends on the subclass. Yeah. Whereas,
Fourth edition paladin is weird.
Yeah.
I should know.
So yeah, so they will. They're definitely too powerful to get the instantly destroyed thing, like you said. But they need to make a wisdom saving throw. And then
Does it literally just does it just run away and it can't attack then?
Well, so a turn creature
Yeah,
must
it has
spend
to
its
spend.
yeah.
It has to dash.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
It must run away. If it can, it has to dodge. It's not going to be spending time attacking us.
all right. Where we go from top to bottom, left to right. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what is your DC?
I think 17.
Okay.
Only one fails.
Yeah, the blue one does fail.
And there are only 3. They're not any sitting in their caskets.
Well, they can't see you.
Oh wait, does they see me?
If they can hear,
Oh, okay.
if they can hear you, then they would have had to roll. So you wouldn't know yet, but you know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's fair.
Okay. Is that all you do?
That
that's your
is
action.
my action. That's
Okay.
not a spell though, actually. So
It's not a spell.
I'm gonna shield of faith.
That's true.
myself.
Yeah, you could do a shield of faith. Yeah. Okay.
I'll move.
Okay.
I will not move. I think I'm fine.
Okay. Sounds good. As you finish your turn, another one rises from a different sarcophagus, and this one actually is turned. You can tell already. Like as they're rising, they're literally turning away.
Run.
Yeah, they're getting up to run. So yeah, I did roll in private for this one, but they did fail their save, and they are going to. I guess they're gonna try to bolt for the door. You know, like it's going kind of diagonal, but that's the way they have to get away from you. And so they're gonna run. And that will provoke 3 attacks, by the way, from Adau and both Blink Dogs. So
This
2
will be
Blink.
getting bombed.
Yep, that's a miss. Blink Dogs, you get 2. That's a miss and a miss. And it runs. So 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
It's actually way off the edge of the map now. So we're just gonna put him over there. He's like another 30 feet off the edge of the map. They have 60 feet of flying speed.
So red.
And he's gonna keep. We can't damage him now, so he's just gonna keep going.
He's just gonna keep running for a minute, basically.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Did he also dash?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
dashed. So he's actually like 100 feet off the edge of the map. So this guy is way off the edge. I'm gonna keep him on here, but he probably is not even relevant at this point.
So he has 60 flying speed, right?
Yeah. So he went
the dash is
120.
120. And so
Yeah.
he's gonna do that for 10 or he's gonna be a quarter mile away.
Yeah. So unless you chase him down, he's pretty much just gonna be gone. Talvo, it's your turn.
Down. You're fast enough.
Oh god. How do we say the ceilings were? Like 20 feet? Something like that?
Like 15. So
So technically I'm not melee.
yeah, you're not. There's one gap between you and them.
Or dangling your sword like
Yeah. You have to come down for the sword, but you can always shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I'd wanted to do was I was gonna try and like web these guys, and then I'm like, wait a minute, it's like a fucking ghost. It's
Yeah.
probably, like not gonna work.
Well,
That's fair.
What if the web is magical? And that would work.
Yeah, but it doesn't do sick damage like me dropping down from the ceiling.
True. Get
Okay.
the red one.
Here's a question: Do you have anything? Do you have anything to reduce fall damage?
That's true.
Land on him.
They're falling like 15 feet. Do you really care?
Land on him. I'll catch
Yeah,
you. I'll
dude,
catch you.
This is a Dark Souls style plunging attack.
Okay. On which guy?
The
The.
red one.
Oh, okay. Wait, where are you? Where'd you go?
I'm above it.
Oh, yeah, you have to end next to him, so you'd have to be next to him. But, yeah, make your attack. Okay, and then that's a hit. Roll your damage. It's a good roll.
Another 26.
Another 26. He's visibly wounded. I also, since you are landing on him with the attack, roll an acrobatics check to see if you can avoid the small amount of fall damage. Okay, yeah, you do. Basically, you would have taken like 1d6, so it's not a big deal anyways. But you, basically, you plunge in on him in a way where even though he is like incorporeal, you know, there is still some resistance to the magical weapon that slows your momentum and then lets you kind of hop out to the side, pulling the blade out swiftly with you. So, he's visibly wounded, this guy is. Alright, is that it?
I guess that's my bonus action.
Is that all?
So, what do I do with my bonus? It's
Pet the dog.
no, it's prep something. It's
You can do a deception roll or a sleight of hand for
yeah.
for getting advantage for next round. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, sleight of hand, and I'll roll his perception to see. It's a tie, which in this case, tie would probably go to the defender, which would be him, because he's like basically you're trying to get a bonus, and
Rock, paper,
he
scissors.
matches it. So.
But I just like dropped off the ceiling onto this guy. He's got to be.
Yeah, that's why he's paying attention to you, exactly.
He's gonna pause for a second, like, damn.
So, it is this guy's turn now. Last turn he was incapacitated. The other one, actually this one, like yells out a command, and this one goes like, "Rawr," like he nods. And he moves forward to attack at Bree, actually. He reaches out.
They're mad at you because you took the pointers. I see.
Alright, so he's gonna make an attack roll. Does an 18 hit Bree?
Yes.
Okay. So, you're going to first take 17 necrotic damage. Then I also need you to make me a constitution saving throw.
Could go wrong.
Wow, Britsha, you couldn't keep one more HP.
Yeah.
As you yeah, as you feel as you feel the life being drawn from you, I need a con saving throw, Britsha. Okay.
Oh.
And your max HP is also reduced by 17. As this thing literally sucks some of your vitality.
Okay. So what is that? How do I change that? Do I just change my maximum then?
Yeah, you change it in your sheet. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not a permanent change though, right?
You'll have to find out, but I'm gonna mark down what your original was at.
If you die here, it is.
But yeah.
If
So
you die here, you die in real life.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, so there is a oh god, Roll20 is going very slow right now. Anyways, so yeah, so your max HP has been reduced at least for now, and that one oh I also need you to make another con saving throw for the dogs, yeah. DC is 10 DC, so not that high.
Here comes a 10.
So wait, is it con save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey,
The dogs are still here. And the dogs actually get to go now. So, you get to order that you can move them around and order them to do things.
I mean, I'm not quite. Wait, can one of them teleport to the one that ran away?
Let's see, how far can they teleport? They can
I
only
don't think they can go that far.
they can go 40 feet with the teleport, and they have 40 feet of movement normally, so they can go like 80. So, and it's like 100. It's 100 past the edge of the map, basically. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Cylon, like the two that aren't turned. Which, I suppose I should tell you which two are, because you guys wouldn't know.
Yeah.
The one's flanking Bree.
Also,
Yeah.
the dogs like kind of can't do anything to them.
Well, they do some damage. They just don't do as much as like a magic weapon would.
They can teleport to like where they want, so I don't have to like care about how.
Yeah, exactly. They have plenty of movement to get around here.
Roll support.
Just remember that, yeah, like, this one is turned until you attack it, Bree. So you might not want to attack that one.
Damage,
Yeah.
it stops being scared.
Okay. Can we corner it to make it like so it can't move anywhere? So it's like it like dies from freaking
Come in.
out too much.
If it does that, it'll just take the dodge action and like just sit there like, you know.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'll put them all around like.
Oh my.
Okay. Sounds good. Roll your attacks. You got.
Actually, I'll put them around because this guy's
Okay.
got more health, I think.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, this one's already been hurt quite a bit. So.
Yeah, so I'll do that then. Okay, cool.
So 4 attacks on this guy, 2 on this guy. It looks like.
Okay.
Let's do the 4 for the top guy first. I
Yeah.
guess.
First 4.
That's a
One,
miss.
two,
That's a miss.
three.
That's a miss. That's a hit.
One hit.
One hit.
Should
Okay. 4 damage, which gets reduced a bit because of the resistance, but a little bit of damage.
Flanking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are flanking. So actually, the 12 would have been a hit. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
You.
hell yeah.
So you get 2 hits. So roll another damage real quick.
Pack tactics.
Yeah, you can just you click it again. No, it'll still. No, yeah, that's
right.
the attack roll. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, all
Alright,
right.
so
Yeah. All right. So now roll the other 2 attacks for the other guy.
okay.
Those are both hits. So roll damage again.
Hey.
Yeah, you can click the attack, and you can click it again. Yeah, there you go. So, and again, those both get reduced from its these things' incorporeal nature, but they both hit. And they do some damage as these things just go like clamp on to these things for a second.
Once again,
Okay.
Bree just ruins the action economy.
Yeah.
All right, is that all for Bree?
Yeah.
Okay, Bree, it's your turn now.
Okay.
There's nothing more terrifying to a DM than, alright?
But so magic doesn't affect them, right?
No, magic.
does.
Magic is the only way to really
That
affect
That is
it.
the only, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's that they, yeah. It's kind of like for a lot of creatures, like pretty much anything that you could say is like a cursed creature, like undead or lycanthropes, like werewolves and stuff, or vampires.
Speedrunner.
Yeah, pretty much anything like that. Any sort of cursed creature is gonna have resistance, and the way to pierce through that is with magic. Magic overrides that.
Okay. So could I use magic missile at the one that ran away?
I think it's not in range.
Also,
Yeah, but also,
again,
why we don't want to attack.
Oh, actually, no.
they
They're
take
okay.
damage the turn ends.
Range of 120
Those
feet.
friends.
If you run to the doorway, then you could do it. Actually.
Okay.
And take 3
Well,
opportunities.
because it like. Yeah, it's worth it. But
You can do it. I think it's a good idea. You should do it. It sounds fun to me.
Always listen to the DM's good ideas.
yeah.
They have nothing planned.
Well, Wraith could be up to something. Like it's run away, it could like alert more Wraiths.
We are in the tomb.
And this
Yeah,
is the
there
only
was more
tomb in the
to it.
world. It's a big swamp.
Are there more tombs?
I mean, okay, yeah. I guess there might.
This
Maybe
is-
there are other tombs.
This is some fucking
But,
Scooby-Doo shit, dude.
So,
Then we gotta take his mask off so we can see who he is.
so
We've got dogs.
what are you gonna do then, Bree?
Well, I mean, I guess it's inevitable because there's another one that's gonna run away as well. So, the whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So, I'll just attack something else and
Okay.
Both are being flanked, so it's up to you. You're in the middle.
I could damage everybody with erupting up.
Do it, coward.
Should I?
I got 20 decks. I don't give a shit.
No, I don't have 20.
I have 12 decks.
We're also the ground make like the ground above us.
Above us, we can just fall into like more.
Yeah, to be clear, this is like a roughly hewn stone thing. These tiles are not really tiles; we're just like rocks that were found outside and then strewn on the ground, so that it's less muddy. Because this is literally like barely above sea level. It's and the
Leaving the room will do it just to see what would happen, but don't do
They're
it.
accusing me of shit. They're saying that like I ruined their I'm defiling their grave. Like
You
I'll defile
did.
it more.
Okay, but to be fair, you did kind of
okay.
defile their grave, so we do have that.
So
but-
you're gonna do this then?
Yeah, I'm
like,
considering it.
I would say like here.
If you, Leia, so if you do this, it would be like you could do this. That's a 20-foot cube, and then you're only hitting yourself and a few of the dogs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
funny.
Is that what you
Yes,
want to
run
do?
Yeah, run it.
Okay, let's do it. Nice. So everyone in that area needs to make a dex save, including you. It doesn't spare you. You're like, oh god, like it's shaking the ground underneath your own feet.
Is this
Wait,
too
should I
late
have
to-
moved out the way first?
Well, but then you're gonna take attacks from
I'll
them.
do it.
Maybe.
I'll hit
Yeah, no,
myself.
fine, I'll-
Run it.
No, I'm doing it.
I like to think that Bree has that thought, like, wait, shouldn't I have done this? Oh shit! And then...
It's too late to inspire. So good
Alright,
luck.
so a dexterity saving throw from everyone, including Bree.
So- So I need to do the dogs as well, right?
Yeah, you get 3 rolls for them. Well, you can do
do
them
I do
first. Yeah, just
Oh.
dex. They don't have any
Okay.
bonus, so it's just dex. That's
Oh, damn.
2 successes, so the bottom one
Adau.
fails. I'll roll for my guys. The left one,
sorry.
then the right one, and then the bottom one.
Shit.
2 fails from them, and a fail from Bree. So actually, here's so this one fails, and Bree fails. Something about this line on the left bottom part was like a rougher area. You get like the rocks fling up and hit you guys in the face. So roll your damage for that, and
I do like Talvo just standing there blankly, staring at.
actually no, this one also
We're
failed.
just looking. It's like Bree brought this upon herself.
Yeah, like you know what's the clip of Matt Mercer whenever the guy has like the gas can, he's just like
So
Okay.
3d12.
Mm-hmm.
oh god, you're going down.
Nah, that's not that bad. That's a good roll though.
Oh,
That's
that's a really good roll.
a good roll. So you take all of that too, Britsha. You take 30 damage. That is enough to visibly wound this one, who is no longer turned, by the way, right? Because they took damage.
Yeah.
Or is it take damage or take an attack? I think it would be take
It's take
damage.
damage.
Yeah, because otherwise you
Yeah.
could just do spells to get around that like this. So, yeah. So that one is no longer turned. This one just straight up dies. So that's good.
Hell.
And as it dies, it just kind of like dissipates. It just fades away. The one in the middle is fairly hurt already, but is still alive, and they did succeed. So the blink dogs, one of them
Oh,
instantly dies,
Yeah, that one on the bottom.
and then I also need you to make me a con saving throw, Britsha, to see if you keep your dogs here.
Right.
The even though it's seated, it still takes half damage.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't matter because so Bree fails her concentration check to keep them all here. Bree is tossed around so much by this that she loses concentration on the spell, and all the dogs go poof, 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 poof.
This is literally all your fault.
Yeah.
Beyond that,
It's about time someone else fucked up.
beyond that,
Nah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
most of this area that you centered, the ceiling was high enough that it didn't really get too damaged. However, over here in like the corner, the ceiling kind of curves down. And so a lot of the ceiling got like turned up and just ripped apart. And this is basically built underneath. This whole crypt was just hastily dug out from underneath an earthen mound. And all of a sudden you see dirt starting to fall and crumble. The whole ceiling looks like it's gonna start crumbling soon.
Great. What was in? Oh wait, it's not my turn yet.
I think you guys already picked up the stuff. There was only a few things like worth taking.
Yeah, we got the magic shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
We were like gonna honor them and be like, all right, we'll use these to avenge you. Now
Yeah.
here we are.
Hi,
So-
Bree. Is that it, Bree?
Well,
Yeah, would you like to do anything else, Britsha?
I can't do anything else.
Maybe hit the roof harder.
So, in that case, it's gonna bring us to the wraiths, and this one yells to its friend, or like just chants something, and again, whatever language they speak. And it is going to reach out again at you, Britsha. Actually, wait, does that spell knock you prone? Hold on.
I think it does.
No, it just makes it rough terrain. So,
Yeah.
anyways, so this guy's gonna reach out again at you, Britsha. The 21 is a hit. Okay, you're gonna take 24 necrotic damage. And I need another Constitution saving throw.
Right.
Like I said, if you die here,
Your max HP goes down by 24 as well.
Yeah. So all right, Britsha.
And like to the rest of you guys, Bree is noticeably getting like pale and gaunt, and like the veins are like poking out of her skin because the life is otherwise being sucked out, and you're like Bree looks terrible.
Yeah.
And that pouch of money would be worth it though.
20 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, never mind.
yeah,
There was my
okay.
plan.
And now the other wraith gets to attack.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, just some of my notes. That is all that one does. The other Wraith is going to move in and attack. It will provoke an attack from Helios, though.
Oh boy.
Can you kill it, please?
This one's not gonna die. This one is not even visible wounded yet, unfortunately, so...
I could just make fun of him.
So does this life drain, like the, so my harm spell, well actually, the harm spell doesn't target players, but like a
This is
vampire.
free stab. So
That is it. That is a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, might as well.
Good hit. Now it is visible wounded, so that actually put it over the halfway mark. However, it doesn't kill it, not even close. Comes over, reaches out to grab Bree, and is now flanking Bree. Oh, jeez. Here we go.
I'm thinking this could be very bad. Like, very bad.
Okay.
Some cinnamon rolls.
Okay. It hits Bree. Bree takes 19 necrotic damage. Is that enough to knock you down?
She's down.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
The good thing is, your actually, I need another con save real quick. this actually might matter, so...
Yeah, doesn't she just... Never mind. Okay.
That
Wait,
is a
no, that's not-
fail.
that's really
That's
bad.
actually a fail. So your max HP also goes down by 19. However,
Okay.
these types of ghosts, what Duncan is worried about is valid. These types of ghosts, if they kill you with their attacks, can sometimes instant kill you. The thing is, this one does have that, but only if your max HP goes to 0, which it doesn't. Your max HP, what is your max HP? It looks like 35.
25 now.
So it's at 35, which is a lot less than normal, but you don't instantly die. You just go unconscious.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Good.
Bree is unconscious but not actually dead. Okay, so that one comes over, does that, then it looks at you guys, and it looks like it's still pissed. It's definitely not just gonna stop with Bree.
Just the DPS, I'll pick her up. Don't worry.
Helios, it's your turn.
What the fuck? I was making. Okay. Well, we're gonna sleep again.
That was in Giant.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna do?
I don't know. Let's see.
Is Red visibly wounded? I don't remember.
Both of them are now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both of them are. And then I'll just go. I'll go blue.
Okay.
Because further away.
Okay. Sounds good. It has to make an intelligence saving throw. It fails, so it takes the full damage.
Oh shit.
And it's incapacitated if it lives, which it might not, depending on how well you roll.
26 damage. Here we come.
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
close.
It has exactly 28 HP, so you barely kill it actually, and the thing goes and then withers away again.
Something for the party. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right,
Ooh, dry cinema.
Adau, it's your turn.
Weapon.
Thank you.
That's an action.
Move around and we can have flank this guy all four.
Is turning something that they get to repeat, or is it just until they take damage or a minute has passed? I think it is just.
It's
Yeah.
There's no extra save.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's supposed to be powerful. It is. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give him bonk, but the correct bonk. Actually, I don't need to move. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Yeah, just erupting flame, radiant flame onto this guy.
We're interrupting ship.
They fail, and they had 11 HP, so that is also enough to kill them. Just
go.
enough, and they also crumble. And as it's crumbling, it like points out a finger, like a curled hand at Adau. Actually, it's like basically enraged that it isn't gonna have the chance to wreak its
Elbows up.
havoc. But
L.
but after a moment, it will just disappear. And unless you want to chase the other one down, it will be out of initiative. Although it might come back if you take too long.
It was Bree's last wish. Let's go.
Do you want to go after it?
Bree's dead. Let's leave her. Let's go get the raid.
No. No, we just pick her up and throw
Actually,
her-
probably-
Oh, no.
Probably as the combat is ending, Saz, the lizard folk guide, he was waiting outside. He's like, I'm not going in there. That place is cursed, right? He kind of like pokes his head around. He's like, there's a ghost just flew by. he's like, what the hell?
Oh.
But
Don't worry, most of us are good. Most of us are
yeah,
still alive.
how are you gonna get Bree up?
I'm gonna use
no.
my sword.
Like that.
I
Okay.
was gonna do like this.
Yeah, well, you guys can both do that just to be safe and give her some HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bree,
1d6.
before you even have to make a saving
I
throw.
have the supreme healing potion.
Yeah.
Maybe that would give the max.
No, well, I think that's like, isn't that like 1 million D4? I don't know if you can even take
Supreme
advantage
healing
of
push
that
is a
right
little
now.
more, yeah. But yeah, either way, even just one thing is enough to bring Bree back up. So Bree, you're back up with 24 HP. Out of your max of 35, you feel a lot weaker than you normally do. And yeah, you feel extremely like fatigued, basically.
Welcome to the land of the living. Well, maybe not.
At this point, you do notice the wall is still crumbling, and the whole place is starting to look like just
Bye.
yeah.
And constant of erupting off to fuck it up.
Do you want to do that?
Maybe do it from outside.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Well, so I'm assuming you guys will just grab whatever other stuff you didn't manage to grab before. Bree finishes grabbing that bag of coins. Obviously, got to do that.
Yeah.
And
How much was it? Was it good?
well, you'll have to find out when you get back to the castle.
All of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will find out once you get back to the castle, which I'm assuming that's where you're gonna head back to now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me out of this first place.
And so yeah, Saz is like, yeah, we should probably go before any more things happen. So yeah, you guys will make it back to the castle safely. Nothing else is gonna bother you on the way. You dodge a few more gators and then make it back to the castle. And yeah, let's go over what you got from this little thing. Bree is probably collapsed and like after counting the loot is probably just gonna go right to bed, right? So here's what you guys had gotten. There was actually like a small like chest filled with coins that was offered here as a tribute. So that would be one thing that I'm assuming one of you would have grabbed. It's not that heavy. It's it's maybe like 30 pounds or something of weight of just metal coins, and you would have not had time to go through it. But there's some money here. So this is for the chest that the whole group is getting. There is 200 gold, 1,000 silver, and 1,000 copper.
Damn.
So a good bit.
It's nice how these are always nice round numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they made sure to
How
count it.
convenient of the
Yeah.
offerings.
There's also, I think I told you this last time, someone in the group had recognized there is an immovable rod. That
Yeah,
was one of the things.
I was investigating the magic stuff when
Yeah,
someone-
there was a sword and like a
Yeah.
quiver maybe.
There's a
Yeah.
quiver of arrows,
Yes.
and Talvo, as you're examining the arrows, once you get back to the castle, you try them out on a little target that you have for archery practice. And just like, it's one of those things that like, without even having to cast Identify, you can just take a few practice shots, get a feel for like how good are these arrows. It is actually a sling of +2 arrows. 20 +2 arrows. In other words, what you could do, TSM, is add that as a separate attack. And the attack is gonna, like, you can basically duplicate what you have for your normal short bow attack. And then just add 2 beyond that. Because basically, your bow, it's a limited resource, so you need to keep track of it, right?
Yeah.
Once you use them, they become normal arrows. So it's a completely limited resource. It's not like they have a chance to, recover. Once you use them, they are normal again. But as long as you have them, you can get the bonus from the +1 bow as well as the +2 arrows. So you're actually getting +3 cumulative.
Damn.
So
Wacky.
here, I can add on your sheet if you want to.
Yeah.
Black and wild.
But yeah, so that's one thing. There is also a potion. I'll do it in a second. There's a potion potions, the way they work, the way potions work is that if you just like take a tiny sip, you can generally actually figure out what they do. Although of note, something that probably gives away something about this potion is that there's a giant toe in, or sorry, not a toenail in the inside of the potion flask.
How is that something
Yeah, we've
that
seen that. We've had one of those before.
It is a potion of giant strength. Specifically, this one is a potion of cloud giant strength.
I want that. I want that. I am not strong. I want that.
And
For
then
1 hour.
there is a coin purse, the one that Bree had Greech, which I'm assuming is just Bree's gonna keep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bree in
comp
this,
that.
the what?
I would
You
comp
went
that.
down for that.
Yeah.
So in this pouch, to be fair, she was the only one who actually took damage from you guys in that for you guys in that fight. So
Yeah, from herself.
yeah. That's what I mean, though. She paid for it. So,
That's fair.
so Bree, when you open it, there is a bunch of gold coins in it. 50 to be precise. So you can add 50 to your personal gold stash. However, on top of all that is a single large coin. It's like the big, you know, the big coin that Doug flips on his stream occasionally.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's like that sized. And on one side of it, like most of the gold coins that you guys get are like minted with various like emperors or rulers' faces on them from various realms, right? But they're all pretty much interchangeable. This one has a very noticeable face of what is clearly a giant. You have no idea who this giant is, but there is a giant on one side. And then on the other side, there is a dragon. So on one side, there's a giant, and the other side is a dragon.
The coin.
And beyond that, the fact that it is the fact that this coin is so like it's made of what's it called when gold is it tarnished when it's gold that is like when gold, because it doesn't rust, but like when gold sits around for a long time. Yeah, or like blemished or tarnished.
I guess it. Yeah. I
No,
guess
see, that's why gold is so valuable, is because it doesn't do that.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I guess that's fair, yeah. So it's
Science.
but even beyond that, like this,
Get engineered, idiot.
even beyond that though, so I guess yeah, that's the thing. Gold doesn't really tarnish that much. But beyond that, like most of the time, a lot of the coins, the coins, a lot of gold coins do get worn down. Like the engravings start to wear, they start to get dents in them and bent a little bit, right? This one is in perfect condition. It looks like it was minted yesterday. And what that tells to you, Bree, being a magic user yourself, is that it's probably enchanted, this coin.
Can I flip it?
Yeah, what are you thinking when you flip it?
I'm hoping I get the dragon.
Okay, and you flip it, you get the dragon.
Oh, hell yeah. Interesting. Can I flip it again and get, I'm trying to get giant this time.
Okay, now this time you flip it, you're trying to get giant, and you get giant.
Oh, hell yeah.
Stop flipping the coin.
Yeah.
Let me put
So-
one flip it, what do I get for a giant?
Bree's like alone in her room.
Yeah, this is when Bree is like winding down to rest.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Bree is like,
sit like
that's
this.
her thing. She's very interested in like magic and stuff. Like she doesn't,
Okay,
she's learned
How
all of
many
it.
Is she gonna-
dragons are we going to fight?
is she gonna keep
She go
testing?
through it one more time because she wants to see if it gets giant again because she's feeling lucky today.
Okay, you want to get giant again?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you flip it, comes up giant.
Okay. And now she's like, I'm pretty fucking lucky today. Let's go. And then she puts it in like in her pocket.
Okay, sounds
You're
good.
not gonna like identify it at all. You're not gonna see if it's magical.
Oh yeah. I'm like, Bree gets a realization. Wait, Helios could actually identify this maybe.
Okay,
Alright, let's do it now.
so yeah, so
We have the consequences. We might as well find the action that led to them. Or what it,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can. So you go out there. Like I imagine Bree went to her room to like wind down, then is like comes back out and is like hey, Helios. Yeah, Helios. You identify it. This is actually an enchanted coin. This would be called like a gambler's coin because basically lots of times these types of coins are used to scam people because they are enchanted to the owner of the coin. It will always come up with whatever side they're thinking of.
Do many people know about the coin?
They're not like super common because they like you have to be a pretty skilled magician to make one of these, and magicians aren't generally going to go around making these for other people, and they don't need them themselves because most of the time magicians have enough money, right? So
But that's kind of cool. Now I want to flip it.
I
so
wouldn't want to scam like Mohi with it, you know. But
No, I got-
otherwise,
I got a question. What if we
We could fix
attach
some
this
people.
coin to the immovable rod and try and flip it?
Let's do it.
what if we what?
We attach the coin to the immovable rod.
like glue it on there.
Yeah, how would we attach it?
Oh, we glued it. Oh, it's not moving. Oh my
No.
god.
Yeah, but if we try to flip it and it has to turn up what Bree wants, but it's attached to an immovable rod.
I see. I get
It's
what you're
gonna
saying.
break, yeah.
Okay.
But like,
I mean, you have some glue like pitch like solution that you use
No,
to
I'll
repair
just
the.
use my web. I'll use my web. Though.
Okay, you use the web, and
do
so the idea is, well, like, how are you gonna like activate the immovable rod in the right position to get
Okay,
it?
well then, basically, so like the coin
rod's
is like
on the
almost
ground.
sideways. Yeah.
And we put the coin on edge. It's
Okay.
standing up, and I web them together. And then I'm like, okay, Bree, we've activated the rod. It's immovable.
Yeah, the rod is now
Bree,
just going. Yeah.
Yep.
Now Bree, try and flip the coin with whatever you want.
Yeah, so like grab it and just be like, think of it, and then like.
Like flick it so like it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming basically you have the rod like this, and you have it leaned up against it, wrapped around it now. And we'll
No,
say,
it's laying vertical and it's sitting on top.
oh, okay, like on top of like this. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then you're gonna let it go, so it's either gonna go one way or the other. But it's
not necessarily. You said it's a like mint coin, so it could just stay straight.
yeah, that's true.
Well, it's
Put it at
webbed
a
to
sliding.
it. I webbed them
Okay.
together.
Okay. I unmovable the immovable rod and then tilt it like a degree and then immovable
Okay.
again.
So which one does Bree want it to be?
Make it heads. I'm feeling lucky.
So giant then.
Dragon
Yeah.
his tails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
giant.
Yeah, the dragon is tails because it has a tail. That's what I was actually thinking when I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, so the giant. So you said you want giant, and you're basically gonna lean it so that dragon is up, right?
Yeah.
And then web it to the immovable rod. And then you let go, like Helios like releases it, so it like starts. It's gonna start falling basically in a way where the web is gonna like hold it in place and force it to go down that way. All of a sudden, the web rips and it goes shoom, and just flips and it goes up and it's giant up.
Damn.
That was
Worth a
just,
try.
that was just a little bit of science.
Yeah. I'm something of a scientist myself.
So yeah. Anyways,
Okay, now wait. I want to.
Anyway, cool coin. Bree.
Yeah. Can I hold it? Coin.
You can hold it, but I'd like it back, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna think the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what it does.
okay. Okay. Yeah, you flip it up in the air. It lands like wobbly, and then all of a sudden goes, zoop, and then just like finds a way to roll straight up onto an edge.
Okay, you can have it back.
I would like to give objects the coin.
Anyway, so you that's all you get. You got the immovable rod, you got the sling of bonus arrows, the potion of cloud giant strength, some money, and then this gambler's coin.
I'll take.
Is anybody really gullible on our castle?
Well, actually,
Riley.
what I kind
Oh yeah, Helios did potion of cloud giant strength.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I mean, I don't know how many strength things we'll be needing to do, but I have -1 strength, so that's probably it.
What I kind of did want to do is take that 1,000 copper up onto the ramparts and just be like, yo, everybody, and then just make it rain.
Honestly, let's do it.
I mean,
It feels kind of
a
patronizing.
morale booster.
It feels kind of patronizing though, just to be like, here you go.
Yeah, like, hey, you cheap whores. Here's like
Here's
3
some copper
cents.
we found.
I mean, they don't
We pay
mind.
them in silver.
You just
But
hand it
anyway,
out.
yeah,
You just hand it out.
you can have it. Sure.
Did you have a plan for the 1,000 copper?
I mean, no.
You just hand it out there.
necessarily.
There we go.
What if we come across a gumball machine? Because all the coins are the same size,
Okay, well,
right?
we'll keep like
If we
50
come across a
copper.
gumball machine, we'll just have Helios animate it and we'll have a cool new size.
Alright, so yeah, so TSM, if you want to test the attack, I put it in as a separate attack there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. There you go. So now it's plus
And then-
12. So
And then in my inventory here, I have.
yeah, there I moved it next to the normal short bow too. So
What is
yeah,
the
and so then
combat
whenever you
potion
use
do?
one TSM, just mark that off. That arrow is gone, or at least now it's a
Yeah,
normal arrow.
I
So.
put the 20
Yep.
arrows in my inventory.
But still, like in a situation where you're going up against tougher enemies, those are arrows that are going to be, you know, better to use.
I don't know how the fuck to add the potion.
It should be an item.
Yeah, it's in the
Nothing.
compendium. You can just actually find it, or you can just type it in your inventory. Potion of Cloud Giant Strength. That's fine.
It doesn't show up. We get no results found.
It's because it's just Potion of Giant Strength. There's
Yeah,
no
cloud.
sub ones in the compendium.
Oh yeah, you're right. It should be a potion.
Yeah, I would just add it
There's a
manually.
table.
Okay.
Oh my god, Cloud Giant is 27.
Yeah, you get 27 strength for a minute, I believe, or is it 10 minutes? It's one of
That's
those.
an hour.
An hour, jeez.
An hour,
So,
and then,
like,
that's
to put it in
the
perspective, like 20 in D&D terms, right? 1 through 20 is like normal, like human mortal range, right? Like for most characters, the max stats you can get are 20 without magical means, right? That's the normal max. With magical means, you can normally go up to like 22, maybe 24, right? And the kind of like absolute limit for me in my setting is like 30. Like literally gods have like 30s in the categories that they have, right? That's like what a god would have. This is 27. It's like only a few notches below that. So,
Will know my
yeah.
name.
But that's,
Okay, so
yeah.
that sounds cool, Helios. What if we gave Bree's rats one of them?
We gave a
You know
drop
what?
of it
That
to
would be the
Lucas.
sickest fucking
Dude,
backflip I've
if
ever
you
seen.
did that, let's see.
What would happen?
Technically,
It's
lifting,
like an Iron Man.
technically lifting weight is also scaled to your size. Like a tiny sized creature, I think is multiplied or diminished by a factor of 8. So it's like 1/8 of what it would be otherwise. But it still would be a lot.
Oh, I thought you meant like because they're a rat, they would get 27 strength. But
No,
then
no,
because
no,
they're a
so-
rat, it's like an ant picking something up.
No,
It would just
so-
be, like the world's strongest rat for an hour.
No, so
It would be
That's how it
anyway.
was.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like in Iron Man where they're trying to make suits, but they don't quite get it right. So the people aren't strong enough to control them. Like their bodies literally aren't strong enough.
Oh
to
yeah,
control
when
the
it
machine.
spins
So,
and just,
yeah.
like, snaps the guy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that. That's what Bunkus would do.
let's see. Yeah, so technically, since they are smaller creatures, they would have their weight reduction. The amount they can carry is reduced a bit. You'd still only be able to lift like 50 pounds.
Yeah, he can still bench.
He can bench the bar. Be like, yeah.
Also, I never know if this is ever going to be relevant, but at some point, one of the rats needs to use that coin as a surfboard.
Fair.
Yeah.
And then he like tries to kickflip it, but it's actually just Bree.
But he's
doing
not
the-
thinking the right side, so it doesn't work.
It's like smushed it into the ground. It's like, ah!
You don't even know what a dragon is.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be back like 2 seconds. And yeah. You guys, your characters would be just
So who
chilling.
wants the rod?
I think the rod
Oh.
will just be up.
I'll take the rod because I have funny ideas for it. I mean, actually, you know what? Any of us can really take it. Because I can say ideas.
Listen, I have an idea. I don't like it, but I have an idea. From Vox Machina. Well, we won't do that.
I mean, I still kind of like the idea of just sticking it in the river and letting a fleet of ships plow into it.
Mm-hmm. You stick it below the water and they don't see it, and then they have a small hole in their ship, and then zoop, and then go.
Well, so the way like ships work is the keel. Like if the keel cracks or breaks, you just have to make a new ship.
Yeah.
Do I have any funny items? I feel like I never look at my inventory.
Does anybody want to take the rod?
I still have the anti-good boy.
Oh yeah.
I think we're all adults here, except for Bree. I think we've all decided like that's something that's a little dangerous, and we're gonna We're gonna
Okay.
collaborate and work together to decide what to do with it.
The rod.
So,
Yeah.
so,
So seeing what you people will do with fireball beams.
You people.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Hold on. You slave and dragon elves. Knight here.
Okay, fucking booger ear. What the fuck?
so,
Alright, Spider-Man.
No scale looking bitch. Like, what do you?
at this point, you guys would all probably go to bed because it's like pretty late now and you're tired. Bree, luckily for you, Bree, your max HP goes back to normal when you rest. So
Oh, nice.
you're back to 95 out of 95 in the morning.
Alright, we long rested, right?
Thank you.
No.
If nothing happens, and
Was there any
Sans.
reaction to me throwing off 1,000 bronze coins into the?
Oh, you actually did that? Yeah. They would have been appreciative. They would have been like, it's a little weird, but they would. It's not like they would cheer, but they would have been like, okay, like they would go pick some up. And...
You can turn it into something. Turn it into a feast.
Yeah.
And just like have a party, and then have Helios play.
Dale.
Have some color spray going on or something. I don't know. That's not the right one. But
Can we try and scam Riley?
We're having a fucking party. Let's go.
So in the morning, you want to try to scam Riley out of his like with the gambler's coin.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Bree is Bree gonna do that then? Bree's gonna walk up to
Yeah,
Riley.
that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to like get as many people with this.
Oh yeah,
I want to riz them up though.
probably a group.
Gonna panache him.
Probably a group will gather around because Bree is like I'm assuming Bree would get like brag about her gambling, be like, oh, I never lose.
Yeah.
A crowd would gather around, like maybe like 20 people from in the courtyard of the castle, and Riley's like, oh yeah. Well, we'll see about that. Back in my home village, I was the master gambler of the town. The only one who could beat me was my grandpappy. And he was one of the smartest out of the 10 people that lived there.
If there's
Oh,
like
no.
people who live there, one of them was. Is Riley the product of incest?
He's like, hey, I heard that. He's like, hey, I heard that. First cousins are okay.
You know what?
Playing blood is different.
A
Yeah.
lot of things make a lot of sense now.
What am I hearing? Oh.
Okay. So, anyways, so he comes over to Bree. He's like, I'll take your bet, Bree, and he pulls out a tiny coin purse with 10 gold in it.
No, I'm gonna really mess you up. I wanna like hit Riley with a
Oh god.
She actually is so bad at this. You should put a gold star on it, man.
Well, the gold stars are only worth like 1 gold coin.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you even give him any gold stars? How many?
He's got like 3 gold stars.
Okay.
No, he should bet Zilx's bet.
What?
Remember when we teleported Zox's entire bedroom into the middle of our castle?
Oh,
And I
this.
told Riley he could have the bed?
I forgot about that. He's like, I'm gonna start with 10 gold. He's like, maybe if I win a couple rounds.
I give Bree the wink.
So he said if he wins a few rounds, you say.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
wins a few rounds, he'll...
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Wink.
Okay, so he's like, yeah, I'll start with 10 gold on the line. He said that's like a month's salary for me, but you know.
But I don't care. I'm gonna win anyway. By playing fair.
Alright, so...
It's cut it out, Helios. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So, I would say Riley gets to call the flip, right?
Yeah, that seems fair.
Alright, so you're gonna let him make the call? He's like, you show him the coin. He's like, you know, we're going to...
Riley's a tails guy.
He's like, you know, we're gonna go fight this dragon. I think I'm gonna pull dragons.
That seems good. We'll see. And I flip the coin, and I think dragon.
Okay. Comes up dragon, and he's like, yes, yeah. I never lose.
Oh, darn shit. And like kicks like a rock or something.
Yeah. And he looks at he's like, okay, what if I take you up to 20? I'll double or nothing. Double or nothing?
Ooh, I'm not sure about. But I'm feeling lucky. I think I got this. I'll put 20 then.
Okay.
Run it.
And he's like, yeah, and oh god, that's too loud. All right, so he's like, okay, he's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stick with my guess, dragon again.
Bold. And so I flip the coin, and yeah, I think dragon.
Okay. He's like, yes, and he's like, oh man, oh this is so great, and he's like, I'll tell you what. He looks over at Talvo and he's like, you know what? I'll put my bet on the line if I win. If I lose, if I win, I want 100 gold and the rats get to stay with me for a day.
That'd be fun. Like he's wrong for that.
Damn. So what's on the line for me? I'm getting a bed.
You're getting Zilx's big ass bed.
Oh hell yeah. Wait, I don't get any of the gold though, right?
Well, you get the gold as well.
Yeah, you gotta keep your gold. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess yeah, he'll put 20 in. Like it's all big. It's just a pool that he's basically putting in.
I'm gonna like stand there for a while, like mulling it over, like thinking about it, like really debating whether I can do this. You know, twirling my hair, thinking about it, and then all right, deal. Let's fucking run it.
Okay, he's like, you know what? I'm going dragon again. It hasn't let me down so far.
We'll see. And I flip the coin. I think giant.
Okay, and it
This
lands giant. And there's a gasp, and one of the other guys is like, Riley, but you love that bed. And there's shock, and Riley's like, how could this happen? No. And he's like, I'll double or nothing. I'll put in another 100 gold on my end.
Oh
You're
shit.
good. I think you're good.
Honestly.
No, let it.
He's
let
like,
him cook.
this is my life savings. I'm gonna jump off the castle if I lose this one.
Well, Bree's a little bit bad, but she's like 100 gold. Come on.
How could I have underestimated Bree?
And he's like, this time it's gotta be dragon. We had one giant, it's gonna go right back to dragon. I'm going dragon!
Alright. Bree's like kinda nervous because of what he said, but Bree's like, alright, let's fucking run it though, I guess. And I flip it.
You think giant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And this time it like gets, and like, maybe because of the hesitation in Bree's own mind, it like spins for a minute. Like spins for like 20 seconds, and then zoop, giant is up. And he's like, no, and he just like
Talvo's gonna stop, like grab, like whoever's just like close to him.
Keep an eye on that.
the guy's like, he says that after every gambling game. Don't worry.
Just keep him safe.
And Riley just goes like, oh, just like walks away, like in a grumpy mood. But later that day he'll come. Later that day he'll come by, and he'll give Bree the 120 gold. So you get another 120 gold. Because Riley actually is a decent gambler in other games.
Gold now.
Nice. He actually is a decent gambler in other games and has won a lot for other people, which is how he had that much. And then you also get a big bed.
Hell yeah.
A big fancy bed.
I give him like a bouquet of flowers.
Okay, he appreciates it. He's like, that's fine. I'll just wait a few months and earn it back again. He's like, damn, I was gonna get a rat tail pedicure, rat tail service included.
Hey, yo, hold up.
Wait. Just pull it off and it grows back like that.
I'm gonna.
We're cool bosses.
I was gonna get a little spin in it with a perm. Ah, damn. That's how it works.
I think I'm going to drop like one of the like small onyx gems that I have
Okay.
off just in Riley's room, honestly, at some point
Okay.
as compensation for that.
Sounds good. He would definitely, at some point later in the day, he would run out and be like, "Oh my God, what is this? Who left this there?" And then no one answers, but he definitely is appreciative.
Materialize that from my mind.
Yeah, you just keep trying it.
Yeah.
Are you getting rat powers, Riley?
He's like, "Oh my God, maybe you're right. I gotta go concentrate on this." And you see him staring at the gem as he walks away. Yeah. But anyways, though, so this is how you spend like a little bit of time in the morning. This is how you spend a little bit of time in the morning as the castle is moving on its way, following the trackers.
Like 9 in the morning.
This is following the trackers down below, who are bringing you ever closer to where Cassaria's lair is. And yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. What do you have?
I was gonna ask if I could commune today.
Oh yeah, sure. You can probably do
Like,
this.
are we
You know,
fucked?
after breakfast, you commune a bit. What do you ask?
Yeah, I would like to know if Cassaria is currently at her lair. I don't think it can give us accurate answers on things that we affect, which, you know, obviously
yeah, I mean,
character, but in character, you know.
You ask, is Cassaria in her lair? And the answer is yes.
Okay.
Is there any scenario
she-
in which we can make it out of here?
Yeah. Is she alone? Oh, well, no. Right. Well, yeah, I guess, is she alone in her lair?
Oh.
No.
Is she accompanied by,
Does she have lair actions?
yeah, any others? Any others, like, creature of note? Or is it many? Well, I can't do that. That's not a question that I can ask.
Like, are they other dragons or dragon folk?
Yeah, that's a good one. Like, both of the the yes or no interpretation of that question, because there are multiple.
Yeah, you could be like,
Are there dragons? Question mark.
yeah. You ask, are there any other dragons there? The answer is
Yeah,
no.
dragons and or okay, yeah. Then never mind. That one. That's a good one. Cool. That works
Now.
for me. True for now, but
Yeah.
okay. I should have asked if the trackers were bringing us in the right direction. I imagine they are, because they know this land or water.
Well, I mean, she did like own their village, so they're probably not tricking us.
No.
I could commune with nature and find that out, maybe.
That's true. You might be able to know which way like she flew
I
from.
can't. Does Cassaria know of us? I could send things to her and be like, "Hey, you're a bitch," and then it's like,
No, I don't think it's.
I don't think we want to antagonize the dragon.
well,
I think
we're gonna be friends.
We
have a
could.
tea party?
No, it'd be some like friends, like I don't know.
With benefits.
I mean,
that was the
there was
wrong
that whole-
phrase.
there was that whole idea where like, hey, I know where there's like this cool treasure ship.
Yeah.
Tell him. And she distract.
One of the guides that someone would come up and tell you guys like we're about half a day's journey out, so you're gonna get there in the evening, and he would be like, you know, you could either wait for tomorrow, attack during the night, or yeah, you could attack at night, or you could attack today when we get there. He would let you know though. This guide, he's like, you know, the knowledge we're basing our trail off of here and making it there is outdated by maybe 10 years. The last guide who went and checked on Cassaria did it during one of her long slumbers, and
That happens.
and she her lair was overgrown with trees and brambles and mangrove roots, and she was hemmed in by all of this. it's possible that now that she's awoken, she's cleared it out again. We won't really know till we get there whether or not it's open from above or not.
Bree, talk to the bramble.
But yeah, basically, in other words, like he's not sure if the castle is going to be able to get in range or not.
Yeah.
So, we have the arrows of. Well, I guess they're like spears.
Yeah, I have two
Yeah.
spears of dragon
Spears to us.
on me.
So ideally, if we have to fight, I think we want to maybe be in castle ballista range, if possible.
Gonna carry the spears around. Like, how is that gonna work?
I mean,
Well, you
you
can carry
did just
them
get
back.
you did just get a big old strength potion.
Well, they're not that heavy. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like a couple pounds. Oh,
I will take
maybe
all
about,
of
like-
them and just.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, I think the problem is that if we have the castle be like, you know, she's just gonna fly onto it and just dissolve everybody. So we probably shouldn't have the castle in range, which unfortunately means no
Well,
ballistas.
we can
but-
have it in range. We just don't want to have it. Okay, we're not in combat range. We're in like retrieval range. Because
I think that a dragon will fly faster than a castle.
No, but it won't teleport faster than a castle. How long has it been? Have we seen a blue moon?
No, it's been like
Also,
It's been like 3 weeks. We're like just.
it's been a couple weeks, yeah.
Okay.
we can make the castle invisible from below.
Yeah.
That's true.
Does that work through True Sight?
Well, True Sight.
True
is
Sight has
limited.
range.
It does have a
And
range,
so
yeah.
does Blind Sight.
Yeah.
Well, Blind Sight doesn't see through cloaking.
Generally, the range for stuff like that is going to be like 120 feet or
Okay.
max.
Yeah, so unless
And-
we antagonize her up here, she's not going to see it.
Okay. And what's the yes or no on the teleporting castle? It's a yes because it's been a few
No.
weeks, or
No.
no? Damn.
It takes a month, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, so almost, but
Oh.
not yet.
Oh, I assumed a few weeks was like 6.
No.
Alright. Rip. So,
But yeah, so we can either find it and leave the castle and go in on foot, or we can find it, go
I
above
feel
it
like
in the
I
castle,
feel like we
and
should
then
go on foot. Like,
Halo
we're gonna
jump.
risk the castle, and then we can just miss the ballista versus being right there with the spear just throw.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking to shoot normally with the ballista, which already are formidable in their own right, and then use
Also
the
true.
spears ourselves.
Web a bunch of spears together and make like a net.
Yeah,
Like a
not a bad
bullet.
idea if we had
Yeah.
like another week to prepare and also a bunch of magical spears.
Net.
Anyway, I think we should get to the lair first and see what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I also have a scroll of teleport, so I can
That
teleport
too.
a couple of us.
And it's a 7th level spell, so you still have to roll.
Yes, but
I would like to know like the nature of the lair. Like, are we going to like on a mountain?
No,
Is it like
it's in the middle of the swamp. They would actually, the guides, since they have information about it from an old scouting expedition, they would let you know what their understanding of it is. These two guides with you have never seen it themselves, but they have secondhand knowledge. And supposedly, it is kind of like in a section of the swamp. It's all this whole swamp is like different areas with like, you know, tiny little islands and then marshy lands and then, you know, whatever. He would tell you, and actually some of you guys would have noticed as you have been traveling along, is that the swamp has gotten more gnarled and like condensed as you've gone on further. And you would know that like, it's probably because of Cassaria. Greater dragons, when they start getting older in age, they start to just have an effect on the land, kind of just like without even trying. It just affects the landscape around them. You would know that the scouts would tell you that apparently this is in an area that has a little bit more solid ground, so it's not fully like submerged, but there is basically like a little like pool of water that is like ankle deep, that at various times has had like trees growing in it, but again they don't know if those trees are still there, if they've been cleared out in her recent, you know, when she's woken up recently. And then there is actually a bit of a hill that it's kind of sunken into. It's kind of like if you ever played Sekiro or watched it, it's almost like the Guardian Apes arena, where there's like a small like pool of water, and then there's like a cavern actually at the end of it, or not even a cavern, but like an overhang that she normally sleeps under. Actually, here I can actually here's what I could they'd like draw a diagram for you and basically show you what it looks like. And it looks like this. So this is what your hold on, let me see.
Damn.
Extremely high def. Oh, there we go. It loaded.
Yeah, you get some artists here.
Yeah, dude, these lizard folk.
Yeah, exactly. So this is essentially what it is. They would actually tell you that the area up here at the top is the reason there's actually a little bit more height and like this rocky kind of section in the middle of the swamp is because it actually there's the ruins of some sort of like keep or castle on it that have since fallen over in decay. But that is why it was built on this spot, a castle here apparently.
Neato.
And yeah, so there's a little bit of like overhang, so like there's a little space underneath here, but other than that, it looks like this. So
It's good to know that there's a lot of solid material overhanging something. That's good to know.
Yep, that's
So-
almost ideal for us, huh?
Yeah.
So
So.
what's the plan?
The zoom out. What the hell?
So what's the
Well, I
plan?
think-
Yeah.
I think we should just go talk to Cassaria first.
Like, hey, we just want to like borrow your shield real quick. We also have like we have like a boat of gold. Like, we'll like show you it if you want to give us your shield.
Yeah, like we've never. I mean, the lizard folk don't like.
Now,
it.
eventually, she will have to die, or else Korok will kill us. But at least for now, we can do this, and then.
Okay.
I mean, in the simplest terms, the dragon is bigger than Korok.
That is
Wait a minute.
also true.
Hold up. Wait. Say that again. What's your plan?
What if we don't have to die fighting? Sorry.
Just go talk to Cassaria.
That was my plan. You guys said it was stupid.
I don't. Then it's a good plan.
Well,
I never said anything about fighting
not
the
on-
dragon. I was like,
I'm not on board with that anymore because we have Mohi. He said he would help.
Mohi would be with you guys here. He's like, hey, I'm not set on killing her. If we could talk to her, that would be cool too. I just want to see a dragon. I've never seen one.
Yeah, does Rakio want to chime in here as well?
Yeah, he would not. Rakil's like Rakil would tell you, he's like, I'm not sure it's the best idea I go with. The nature of my heritage might...
Coward.
The nature of my heritage might cause another dragon to become enraged or jealous, like many of these greater dragons are. And he like points to his eyes, because remember he has what's called the purple dragon's heritage, right? Where he has supposedly been touched by the great purple dragon, and that's where he gets his like sorcerer powers from. So he's kind of like, I'm not sure it's the best idea, basically.
Fine. Just keep hanging out in our castle and eating our food.
He's like, I'll help command the ballista, and if it comes to combat, I will cast spells from here.
Yeah, he's been very valuable so far. I don't know about the whole freeloader. But either way, what does he think about the cultural implications of owning that shield versus letting Cassaria keep it? Because I don't think Cassaria is going to be willing to part with it.
He nods. He's like, yeah, Cassaria is definitely not going to be willing to part with it. It is it's an artifact. It's a unique thing that cannot be recreated. She would definitely never part with it, and I suppose if it came into our hands, whether mine or yours, it would be of great use if we tried to go against the Dragon Elves. Especially because the Dragon Elves themselves likely would not bow before it, but many lizard folk would. The lizard folk would turn against their masters, potentially, if someone had this.
How visually distinct is it from mine, which is a replica?
Well,
I
just
say
turn
mine,
around,
it was stolen.
pretend that we have it. No.
Well, no, but, like it's legendary, right?
They would. So he would nod. He'd be like, the design is similar to yours. Where have you ever specified what yours looks like exactly, except the fact it has the purple dragon on it?
No.
So,
I seem to remember it's a round shield. That's it.
Yeah, it is a round shield, and so is the one that it's a replica of the original. You would be able to find descriptions, or Rakeel could tell you that it is supposedly like a. It's not a buckler; it's bigger. It's a full round shield, right? But
yeah, like an activist.
Yeah, but the way the design of it has the purple, a artistic purple dragon kind of curled around, and Rakeel would tell you that the difference between yours and the original is that the original has a massive amethyst inset, like palm-sized amethyst inset in the center, and there's not a lot of palm-sized amethyst lying around to make a perfect replica. So it and more than just being more than just being quite impressive just visually, it also will glow when you use the effects of it, right? So it is very visually unique.
I have a scroll of major image. We can turn around. No.
That'd be funny if not for the high priest.
Yeah.
That might work. Okay.
Stop typing loudly. I'm afraid. Okay.
I say we wait until day.
Absolutely. I'm not fighting a black dragon at night. Sounds like a not great idea.
I agree.
I only have a physics degree, so
yeah.
maybe we wait for the morning.
But then
we could go at like 5 a.m. when she's like probably still asleep.
So you're gonna get there in the evening, and then just kind of keep your distance away, a mile or two away, and then in the morning do the last little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As actually this day of travel, as you're approaching, probably getting towards like 2 or 3 p.m. There would be a sound of like one of the guides, the scouts, these lizard folk scouts, coming up the ladder that you have hanging down the side of the castle when you need to transfer people or whatever, and you hear sounds of like, and he's holding a sack, and something is inside the sack, like beating on it.
Holy shit! Did he catch a Merlot?
And then you see a claw like poke through, and then like he just like punches it. The guide, he's like stay down. So he finishes coming up here and throws the sack into the courtyard pretty roughly. He doesn't seem to care about the well-being of this thing.
a lot smaller than I remember.
And yeah, and the thing inside quickly claws its way, rips apart the sack now that it can, and it looks around and it's like, it's got a little like dagger, and it's that it pulls out of a belt now. Looks like it wasn't able to really before, but it pulls a little dagger out, and it is a little like halfling-sized creature, like 2.5, 3 feet tall, covered in scales, and a little ferocious like snout, like a
so cute.
A lizard-like snout,
lizard.
and it's like it goes ah.
So, like when Talvo was talking to Riley, he put his hands on his knees and kind of catch him. Hey, buddy.
Ah! He tries to lunge at you with the dagger, which
Let's put a hand out. Like, all right.
yeah, Talvo, you literally make me a acrobatics check actually to see how deftly you can react and do this.
This could be really funny.
Okay, yeah. So he has no chance. You basically just like kind of spin him around, and basically like
like a cat. You just
and he'll kind of like fall. He like stumbles over, and the guide talks, and the guide is like, "This is the other one that's with Saz." And he's like, "We were just attacked by about 5 of them down there. The place
So
is."
that's like one whole lizard.
he's like the. My guess is that Cassaria has started gathering more. The place is probably swarming with them as we get closer.
They seem harmful.
We killed all of them except this one. And he nods. He's like, "Oh, they're not harmful alone, but in great numbers. There are flying ones too, although we haven't seen."
No.
No, I don't have one.
A mohi.
It's because Talvo tried to give them to the Black Wolf of Tapua as a as a peace offering, and then he chucked him in the air.
Yep. Yeah.
I definitely don't still have one I've never used because I'm responsible with my fireballs.
Whoa. To be fair, I have not had one in my hand since we were level 6. So.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Let's just not talk about where they went before that. So.
Yeah.
But I do have a fireball weakness. This would be a situation for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
So-
anything just
Away
like
with
any,
you, Violet
anything
Vega.
that allows us to have
AOE.
area of effect damage would be good against them.
Yeah, you just gotta sub
We have
TSM.
AOE and it's called Bree.
True. Oh yeah.
Oh, Jeff.
F-
2 of 3.
Jeff.
Jeff.
No.
So, it's a split between everybody but poetry. So it's $5 for each of us, including Momo.
Yeah. Momo.
Does the halfling thing count as an animal?
Yeah, so
Is it
this
an
is a
animal?
kobold, by the
It's a
way.
kobold.
Yeah.
Kobold.
Kobolds are
They're
humanoids.
guys.
Actually, are they technically dragons? Hold on.
We're
I
gonna
can't-
find out, Jeff. That's Talvo's job.
No, they're technically humanoids. They just are related to dragons distantly. Very, very distantly.
Can I use animal handling on it?
No, they
wanna think
are
about that.
sentient. But yeah, basically,
Yeah,
kobolds.
okay.
Like in my world, kobolds basically were like the mythology around them is that they were essentially created by the god of dragons or a dragon god to be like servants of dragons. They were created for that purpose. At least that's what the myth is in their own culture and dragons' cultures. So.
But these guys
That's kind of a
sick,
depression,
actually.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's yeah. So they it could be like propaganda or whatever, but that is at least the myth they have.
These guys are actually kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
I was picturing like a small like small dog-sized lizard.
So the thing actually, by the way, does start to talk to you guys. He's like, "What do you want? Let me go or kill me, I guess."
Calm down, buddy.
He's like, "You come down."
You're doing the power lean.
Yeah. Sitting down on one knee.
And then the guide tells you, he's like, "We let this one live because he begged for his life, and we don't really care." He's like, "We don't really care about the fact that it begged for its life, but the fact that it knows our tongue means that it could have information. The other ones were sniveling in their own tongue."
Wow. I just thought he was the dumbest one. That's why you let him, like, live.
He's actually
He's
the
like,
smartest
he's
one,
like
probably.
he actually probably is the smartest of his bunch, or at least the most well traveled. He might have hung around some human
He can
settlements
hear all
before.
of that, too.
True.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, hey, what's your name, that little man? Little.
Yeah, my name is
Man.
Grizzles.
No, it's
Rizzle.
Rizzle.
Hey,
Oh, dude,
hey,
we got the
Rizzles.
Riz. We got
Gri-
the
no,
big
no,
Riz.
Grizzles, Grizzles,
No.
like a grizzly bear. Ah!
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Oh,
Oh
I
my
gotta
god!
tone
Dude,
that.
he scared me.
he seems like a wicket to me.
Yeah, a wicked.
Hey, don't change my name.
Walk.
I like my name, okay?
It's
My-
a cool
my-
name, Riz.
My breeder gave that to me.
Nobody asked.
Leader gave you that name?
No, my breeder.
Oh. Okay.
They don't really. So kobolds don't. Actually, I don't know. So I think in my lore, like, in different lores, they in different lore, kobolds spawn in different ways. In some of them, they are normally like, they have sex or whatever. In some worlds, they literally just pop into existence in caves, like from the rock itself. I think in the case of like in a lot of lore. Hey, Momo, stop. In a lot of lore, they kind of are literally brought into existence by dragons. The presence of dragons creates kobolds, just not even purposely, it just happens. And in my world, it probably is a mix of all three of those. So,
Okay.
Hey, Wicket, do you want to play a game?
hey, my name is Grizzles.
Yeah, so Wicket, do you want to play a game?
This is not the route I was gonna take.
But here we are.
What's the game?
It's called Coin Flip.
Oh, I love that game.
See, he knows
Are
coin
you-
flip. He knows coin flip.
We're literally Batman villains now.
Yeah.
You're gonna two-face him. Or you're not even gonna two-face him. You're gonna think he's getting two-faced, but then he's just gonna get killed. Because
But
it's
he's
rigged.
cool. But he could be a valuable.
He's like, look, where's the coin? Where's the coin?
Here's the coin. Alright, pick it out.
You show him the
What do you think,
sides.
Whistles.
Grizzles.
Yeah, Wicket.
He's like, Well, wait, what's the stakes?
So if you win, I'll give you this platinum coin. But if you lose, you gotta like make your friends be a little chill.
What do you mean?
Like just like if we go and talk to Cassaria, like maybe they just.
You
let
mean
us
great
talk.
leader? You mean esteemed?
You mean the great black dragon?
Kim
Yes, the
Jong
great
Il.
black dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I don't know if I could do that. The thing is, she'll probably eat me if I show up again with you guys.
Well, what if we're so you want to please the leader, right? The great black dragon. You want
Yeah.
to make her a happy fella.
Yeah.
Class. Well, what if we are, decently kind of powerful adventurers? Nothing on the great black dragon, of course.
Yes.
Who want to pledge ourselves to her?
Oh, she likes servants. She likes servants.
Yeah. You'd just be so.
You gotta bring her
well-treated.
gifts. You gotta bring her gifts. My friend, he forgot to bring her a gift one time. That was the last time I saw him.
Oh wow. We have a
we
really
could be
great
your
gift.
gift.
We're sitting on the gift right now. And yeah, we can be your gift. Wouldn't that be great?
He thinks about it. He's like, that'd be a good
You
gift.
would be the top.
I mean,
that's the wrong.
how do you think she would feel about this? Like, point to Bree. It's rat flip time.
Rat flip.
Rat flip.
Sure. Yo, check this out.
And yeah, he's like, oh God, you have your food do that for you?
If they do it enough, it cooks them.
Yeah.
I'll grab a knife and like threaten him for saying that.
He's like, oh, I do okay, sorry. Oh, no.
So do we have a deal? Do you want to play coin flip?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So okay. If I win, I get that shiny silver piece there. And
Platinum.
it's platinum, but he's like, what's that? It just looks silver to him.
It's very valuable.
And he's
Silver, but better.
and he's like, and if I lose, I take you as a gift to Cassaria. Honestly, she'll probably give me lots of silver pieces like that for doing that.
So.
And so he's like, he nods. He's like, okay, I want the dragon, obviously. Riley is in the car. He's like, oh, no, the dragon, damn it.
Just out of curiosity, did Riley try to end his own life at any point?
No,
Did he need someone to be watching?
no, he was just being melodramatic. So
Okay.
yeah, he
I
wants a
wanna
dragon.
bully
Just
Riley, but not to that point.
Yeah.
is Bree gonna flip the coin and
There could be something really funny happen here though.
Keep giving the coin.
Yeah, it could get platinum. But yeah, so I'll flip the coin and oh, giant is what I think.
yeah. Alright, so he's like, but it's supposed to be, but.
Yeah.
This is just like back with the others. I always lose.
I'll give him a single copper piece as consolation.
He's like, he looks at you. He's like, thank you. Okay, when are we going?
What time is it? Are we still?
It's like 3 p.m. and you're a couple hours out. So
Okay, so we. Right now.
So wait, we don't actually have a plan for that.
Yeah, we don't have a plan.
he's like, yeah, I could, yeah, I could take you. He's like, this whole place moves, isn't it? He's like, I couldn't see it from below. That was weird. But then all of a sudden, this guy, and he points to the lizard folk scout, who just shakes his head. He's like, this guy grabbed me, and then as he's pulling me up, all of a sudden I see the place and the trees below, and it's weird.
Yeah, it moves.
Yeah, he's like, okay, when we get,
slight tilt. Can we get
Yeah,
slight
I guess.
tilt?
he's like, oh god, yeah,
it moves.
and and so but yeah, so he's like, yeah, wait.
Funny question: if the castle's tilted, is the cloaking on like the bottom of the castle, or is it like the bottom of the castle? So if the castle's like sideways,
If you tilt it, it will become visible to people who are at a certain angle.
Okay, so it's the bottom of the
rock.
castle. If the
Yeah.
castle's like upside down for some reason.
Yeah. That's why if it's
the top becomes invisible.
That's why if the castle is low enough to the ground, like if the castle is only like 100 feet off the ground, if someone is far enough away, the castle is tall enough that it's gonna poke out above the cloaking part. It'll look just really weird though, because it'll be like half of the top part of the castle
Yeah, I was thinking of one of the
just floating.
mirages.
Yeah. So, but if you're like 1,000 feet in the air, that's high enough where there's no angle, unless you're in the mountains, right? Whatever. But
Yeah.
Okay.
anyway, so
He knows about the castle.
I guess-
I'm sorry about the castle.
Does he need to be on the? Like, will Grizzles need to be on the ground to navigate us, or can he tell by like the area?
the lizard folk guy would tell you, he's like, yeah, we can watch him on the ground. He can lead us there, and once we're close, we'll stop, and then you guys go on foot. So.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, the next couple hours will pass as you guys get within, out a few mile range of where you know that the lair must be. And definitely as you're going, again, looking over the walls of the castle, you can see there is it starts to get thicker. The swampy sort of forest here. There starts to be more trees, so it's like a little bit more ground that the trees can grow on, but there's also more trees that are more thickly grown together. It becomes a veritable, ceiling, a floor of trees below you, with not many clearings on it. And so eventually your lizard folk guides, one of them would come back up and nod and be like, we're about 30-minute fly from the lair. We probably shouldn't get any closer.
Fair. I can always just we can teleport. We can just be like back to here in the worst case scenario, assuming that it works. But that's a later problem.
Yeah, but
Mohi-
I don't think we should not bank on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
Mohi
bank on it.
Mohi does have the ability to teleport too.
Oh,
At
right.
will. Yeah. Well, not at will. but he
We
gets
gotta
stuff.
give Mohi like a rock from the castle or something, so he can succeed without failure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he'll pick up something, a keepsake, and he'll go with you. And yeah, Mohi will go with you guys along with E, his little pseudo dragon. So
If anything happens to E, I will.
yeah. So they the lizard folk looks at you. He's like, I'd be careful with them.
Them?
Yeah, you'll see. And as you guys go down the ladder descend into like the actual floor of the swamp below these gnarly trees, you see that the them that he was talking about, which is because as you guys have been going, the lizard folk have been keeping their little hostage here, guiding them, and then as they've been going, they've been greeted by more kobolds who it looks like tried to attack them at first several times and then got beaten by these guides and then calmed down by the kobold, the one that's your guide, Grizzles.
Oh, cool.
And,
so we have a kobold army.
and
with
so
us.
as you're down here, there are about 30 kobolds, all with little spears surrounding you guys.
Cool. That's excellent.
Yeah. So okay.
So that's
Why-
Riz. That's Biz. That's
Yeah. This is.
Yeah, and then our cousin Jizz, you know.
Jizz. Yeah.
You like jazz?
Like jam.
Anyways, so they're all here, and
The gang's all here.
Yeah. Well, there's probably hundreds or thousands of them even. But
Yeah.
When there's one code, it's like
here's
they're
30
like
of them.
roaches or ants. Yeah. When there's 30 of them, there's more. So what are we doing again?
I don't know.
Why are we? So are we gonna actually say there's a treasure ship of the that the Dragon Elves own? Because like it's not like Cassaria doesn't do partial cuts. You know, dragons don't say,
So
"Oh yeah,
we already
I'll
have
give
a
you
shit ton of
10%
money.
as
We
a
don't need
finder's
any of that
fee."
money. We have so much money.
I think we're just gonna. I think I want to just go vibe check Cassaria.
Interesting. Okay.
Well,
And yeah, we have a lot of money compared to like the average citizen, but we still like if we buy 2 magic items, we're out of money. So we're not really that rich.
That's
We
also
are,
true.
but not for players. You know, like not for adventurers. And that's not even a lie. That not even true. I can't speak English. I mean common. But it's like the difference between a multimillionaire and like Jeff Bezos is like unimaginably vast.
Yeah.
But they're still really rich. We're somewhere in that range, is what I mean. Like
We're
we're
only,
rich. But
guys, we can buy a submarine ticket, all 5 of us.
Oh, no.
Let's go!
Oh,
that's a good
jeez.
idea. Let's go visit the wreck of Talvo's ship. But you get my point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can always have more as an adventurer.
Yeah.
And we can also put it to good use. But of course, why would we ever do that? We're assholes.
Well, I don't think there's
But
any reason we need to let Cassaria know that.
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying. Like if we wanted to get some treasure at all, we're not going to. It all goes to the Horde.
Which is fair. But then when Cassaria is dead, the Hordes are.
Yeah, but that's like.
Yeah,
the
but why
character-
are we going to talk to her if we're just gonna kill her? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we're only
Alright.
gonna kill her if she's like kind of a dickhead.
She's a dragon. Of course she's gonna be a dickhead.
Some dragons are cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Kerbok's
not-
a dickhead
not the-
too.
not-
We just gotta figure out
I was
which
gonna say not
dickhead-
the colored ones, but that's not really the right message I
Wow.
want to get across. Yeah,
Right.
only the
Phrasing.
non-metal ones.
Phrasing. No.
But yeah, so I guess we can go talk. We can go and pledge ourselves, see if she has a mission. But I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, this guy hates
This was your idea.
But yeah, I
this
mean,
was
yeah.
your idea. You took credit for the idea.
And then I immediately went back on it because you were correct. It was stupid.
Yeah, fair. Well,
but you know what? We're no stranger to stupidity, so we might as well. We're here.
And honestly, what are the odds? This is an adult black dragon, right? Or ancient?
Yes.
You know,
Well,
you're not
Yeah,
sure.
what do we know? What do we know in characters?
You
We
know
don't
that
really know like this distinct boundaries.
she's
Yeah.
at least a couple hundred, like she's at least several hundred years old.
Okay.
And so, like, I'll let you know. I'll just tell you now, she's somewhere between the two in terms of
So,
power.
what realistically are the odds of us doing that and surviving? Like we're pretty good, but
We have Mohi, but like I think dragons are supposed to be, or like a dragon between adult and ancient tier in power is overwhelming for 411 levels.
yeah. So
level
I'm
11.
thinking, as cool as it would be, I don't think we're ready to just her.
You do
Yeah,
have.
Mohi.
So,
I mean, are you
if we can
taking the
avoid
special
that-
spears though? Because that's part of what Kurbak. I think Kurbak, when you guys, he basically told you guys you weren't going to be strong enough yet. That's why he gave you the spears partially. So
Yeah, we'll bring them. They're
True.
just regular
Yeah,
spears
that's
for
true.
the
We do-
crocodiles. You know?
Yeah, we have the spears. Oh yeah, it would work. Oh,
Spears of crocodiles.
yeah, because
sway.
reptiles and dragons.
Jeff, what the fuck?
But yeah, so we have Mohi who can help us out if we get shit on, and we have the spears. I think we could do it. It would be tough, but like we've never really been in a really tough situation. I don't think.
It's easy for you guys to say. I'm so squishy. I went down when like we were fighting a rock. All right, like I'm not ready.
Fair. But one of us going down isn't the end of the world, is what I mean.
I think the prudent thing would be try diplomacy first, see what's like going on, and if that fails, then throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Us. We
Okay.
will be sticking to the
Yeah,
wall.
our remain. But we'll see. We'll go.
Alright, so you guys are going to
Are we bringing the spears?
But yeah,
though? I
what
think we should
do
bring
you,
the spears.
Rickshaw, what do you think? I don't think
Yeah,
if we're going to negotiate, I don't think we should bring the spears. But what do you think, Rickshaw? I mean, Bree.
No. I'm ready to kill her.
Dragons have both.
All right. Sure.
Do
yeah,
not
I'm
steal
down.
anything. I swear to God, to put you on a leash. Do not touch anything on that pile of gold.
Yeah. But yeah, if we were to bring in the spears of dragon slaying to negotiate with the
Can
dragon,
she tell that they're dragon slaying? They could be like crocodile
she-
slaying.
I don't know, but she could probably tell that they're magical and why. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth the risk if we're actually going in with the intent to talk. If we're not,
Fair.
then we should bring them.
Who has the other bag of holding?
Me.
Helios does.
So, Helios has got strong potion and bag of holding, and maybe he also has dragon spears.
Yeah, but it's
Almost
it's an
fit?
action to retrieve.
Also,
Oh.
I
Will they
believe
fit?
I believe there's a length limitation on the what can be put in a bag holding.
It's just like sticking out of the front.
Yeah.
It's like
in
4
that way.
feet, like 4
What do you
feet
got
of.
there? A smoothie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a
Yeah.
like a maximum of 4 feet of length, and this spear is like, it's like a big spear. It's not even a normal spear. It's like an
Like
8 foot.
spaghetti.
It's like an 8 foot
Okay,
tall
here,
spear.
Helios, I have a proposition for you.
Oh no.
So I have a belt of hill giant strength, and I also have a potion of hill giant strength. So what I suggest is that we swap potions, and I give you the potion of hill giant strength, which brings you to 21 strength, and because you're squishy, and I'm not squishy. If we fight, I will be up front. So I pop the crazy potion, and I
That's
beat the fuck out
fair.
of
That is fair, actually. Yeah. So that way you just kind of go full Hulk, and I just go not squishy mode.
Yeah, you go. I will pass a strength saving throw mode.
All right, let's do it,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do not think if we go into combat with her, I don't think we're walking out of it.
Why don't we
But-
take a quick little break, and then we'll come back
And
and
then after these
see.
messages,
True.
Yeah, we
after these
will-
we
messages.
then.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get back, but I think this is a good time to take a break. So,
Maybe it's some
Agreed.
water.
yep. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm unmuted us now, so.
Wow, Mike.
Welcome.
That's a perfect time to unmute us because my pizza arrived right now.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna come back.
Yeah. What did you guys decide? What did you guys discuss while I was?
We just told you.
So
That's
okay.
all we did.
So the plan is you're gonna head in there, try to talk to Cassaria.
About what? I don't know. But
Maybe she wants the treasure ship.
And to confirm, you're not bringing the spears of dragon slaying.
no, unless we chop them in half like a spaghetti and then put them in the bag of holding.
I mean, so technically, the only part you need to hit the dragon with is the tip. It's coated.
That'd be like holding.
That's the part that's coated. So.
What happens if we touch that?
Usually it has to puncture skin. It's not just touching it, and also it wouldn't affect you at all any more than a normal spear.
Okay. Unless you're part dragon, don't know it. Whoopsie.
Yeah. So, you have 2 spears of dragon slaying. You have a and you have your coat.
We're not gonna bring those because we're legitimately gonna try to talk. We have our plan, H. If we fuck up, I can probably largest question mark possible teleport us out of there.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna bring Mohi.
You usually roll pretty good.
Mohi can cast that level of magic without having to roll for it.
Mohi can also get us the fuck out of there, assuming he's not a coward and runs away.
Or dies.
Or dies.
Okay.
Are you drinking out of a measuring cup?
No.
It's a measuring cup.
Cheers. Listen, I forgot to do dishes, and this is a surprisingly good cup. Okay, you can hold it.
Oh my god.
Let's go talk to the dragon.
Okay. So the group goes down, heads down the ladder. You found a group of about 30. You've had a group of about 30 kobolds now down there waiting for you with the with the guide who's going to take you there named Grizzles, and the Grizzles the kobold is going to lead you guys into
we're gonna follow Wicket
into the dragon's lair. So
That could not possibly go wrong.
Absolutely not.
um,
I'm gonna put on the "No one is coming to save you" epic orchestral music background. I think that's a good one. What? It's the Jizz Man. That's...
So you start heading out with Grizzles towards the spot, and you have a group of 30 kobolds who they're actually escorting you now with spears, these spears that are for you guys are basically the size of a javelin, a small javelin. Yes, just walk along, and they're all whispering back and forth in their own tongue, which technically kobolds have their own language called Yip Yip. Yeah,
It is.
but they also speak Draconic. I think it's basically a corrupted form of Draconic,
They're just doing that lizard thing to each other.
Yeah. So, anyways, they're chitter chattering to each other. Occasionally, Grizzles is being you guys excited?
I am so.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's go.
To be in the presence of the great majesty.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey man, is there anybody at your camp on a first name basis with the Great Black Dragon?
Oh no. So one of the shamans tried to call her Cassaria, just with nothing else attached, and he got smushed into a pancake.
Cool. So
Classic.
remind me again what her full title is.
Great. You could call her Great Black Dragon, Cassaria the Great One, any other sort of thing like
so
that.
The Great Black Dragon, Cassaria the Great
Oh
One.
yeah, anything like that'll do. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna be about a 30, 45 minute walk through the swamp here to get to her, because you parked the castle a safe distance away.
Yeah.
But eventually you start to see the trees thinning out ahead, and again, I did show you earlier the map here. I'll put us back over there so you can visualize. you're gonna be approaching this kind of again like little pool where her lair is, and again like the area she's actually gonna be sleeping is gonna be underneath the kind of rock overhang. And you guys are gonna be approaching. You guys are gonna be approaching from the southern end of where it would be on this map. And as you approach, you do notice quite a few other kobolds.
The Bree arrow.
Yeah, you notice quite a few other kobolds, and there's actually some primitive like barricades set up around like the edge of the clearing here, which I don't have on the map. But there's a few primitive barricades. That's like they would be built around these thorn bramble bush things, right? Kind of refortifying them. More than that, you actually see some kobolds flying around. Kobolds come in two varieties, normal and winged. And there are some winged kobolds, maybe about 20 of them, as well as maybe another 20 on the ground. All in all, there's at least 60 or 70 kobolds in the area.
Who's in our entourage again? The non-kobold people?
Mm-hmm. As far as you, so it would just be, I guess the dragon or the lizard folk guys would probably be with you. So there's Saz and another one who I haven't given a name, and then Mohi and the pseudo dragon and the four of you.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you are guided through one of the entrances into this clearing. And at first you're like, okay, like where is Cassaria? Then you notice across the way, it's this is getting on towards evening now, right? And so it takes a second for your eyes to adjust, but underneath the rock overhang is a almost curled up like a cat, a massive dragon. Dragons actually are quite feline in a lot of their movements and stuff. And Cassaria is there. She's quite large. She is probably, if she were to be standing, she would stand at about, her head would be at about the height of Kurbak, so about 20 feet tall. Her back, like the top of her back, that would be her head if it's like perched up, right? The top of her back would probably be more like just like 10 or so feet up, but and she would probably be like around maybe excluding the tail, like just the body, about maybe 20 feet long, and then the tail adds maybe another 20 feet. And as you guys approach, there's quite a bit of ruckus from the kobolds. Like a lot of them are excited, like what's going to happen. And so you see the draconic head just slowly look up, and these beady eyes, quite large eyes actually. That's the thing, right? From this distance, they're beady, but they are also quite large, looking at you. And here, let me see. Excuse me. Here, I have a picture of a black dragon. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up this image so I can make it a handout. Okay, hold on. Now let me get. I just gotta add it to the Roll20. To give you an idea of what she. Oh, what the heck? Wait. Okay, there we go.
Do dragons have like ears? What do dragons have on their head?
You'll see.
Probably like a lizard, which is
Like
a little
horns? It's like a unicorn horn. Oh, they have like horns like this.
Here you go. Hold on. There we go. It was taking a while to load. And
Wait, that one's kind of good looking. Oh shit.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Oh lord.
yeah.
Oh, we are dying. Okay.
And like so on this image, you would, to put it in perspective, like you see on her, on like the back legs, you see how there's like 3 green stripes, or actually there's more than 3, but there's like a few green stripes.
Yeah.
Like an average human standing next to her would their head would probably come up to like the second of those from the bottom. So to put in perspective, like she is She's like you know, a human is basically as big as like the lower part of one of her legs.
Neat.
So, yeah, that is. Wait, who drew Among Us?
No one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know who did that one.
Anyways,
I
The
wanted to
top,
give
the
it a
top right
dragon
was
tip.
kind of cute. Oh,
I Thanos
fun
snapped
allowed.
him.
no fun on that.
So yeah, so anyway, so that's what she would that is what she would look like, and she would be, her token would actually be about this size.
Like large. Yeah.
Yeah, 4x4. An ancient dragon, a fully grown ancient dragon would be like 1 or 2 sizes bigger potentially, but she's still quite large. And again, the way tokens work, it doesn't fully represent. She's more long than she is like, you know, squat, but the actual area she controls is mostly around her torso and head, which would be about, you know, 20-foot radius or diameter, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, she would awaken as you guys are entering into the area here, where again, this is like ankle deep water. You've been trudging through the swamp, and this is no different. This is ankle deep water. She does not seem to mind at all. The kobolds don't seem to mind. And as you guys approach, the kobolds are like with their spears like poke you guys forward. Not enough to like hurt you, just like basically being like, go forward, go forward.
I'm so ready to slap another kobold. Holy shit.
You don't, not right now.
Grizzles looks at you like I dare you, like because you know that it wouldn't go. Like he basically he knows that, and it's pretty clear from his body language that if you do it in front of her, there might be consequences.
Oh yeah. But
Only
Doesn't
I
matter,
kill
want
my
to do
servants.
it.
And he actually steps forward now, and he literally kneels, and all the kobolds around you kneel or bow.
As I kneel as well.
Okay. Does everyone kneel?
I mean, we kind of have to.
Okay. What about Bree? Is Bree gonna kneel for the dragon? Oh, you're muted,
You're so
Britsha.
short, maybe the dragon won't tell.
Bree.
Bree.
Yeah, I'm kneeling.
Okay. There's a long.
I like to think that like Funkus or one of the rats is on your shoulder, like no, and then but then you're like kneel, and he's like okay.
Yeah.
Cassaria will care what the rat thinks.
And Cassaria would take us a few steps forward. With each one, there's a whoosh as water gets pushed out of the way. And she would look down at you all, studying, and you see now that she is a little closer. The kind of like orange eyes with the kind of like slit, the dragon type pupils. Now looking at you all, studying with with certainly a pretty high level of intelligence and perceptiveness. And she looks at you guys and then looks between y'all, then looks down at Grizzles and says, "Speak, Grizzles." And he's like, oh, great black dragon Cassaria, I bring to you a gift of these wanderers. They wish to serve you. And she looks at you all and says, "The last of your kind that came here tried to ambush me, and she actually holds a claw up to one of her eyes where you can see there's actually a wound there, and it looks like it's been healed like partially, probably by kobold shamans, but there's still a bit of a scar like around the eye." And she's like, the last group who came here did this to me. How do I know you come in peace, mortals?
We didn't ambush you, did we?
Yeah.
Open
Yeah,
hands.
we had the good sense to know that they didn't come out of the encounter alive.
How did you arrive here?
With the help of your loyal servant Grizzles.
Grizzles is like, oh yeah, they came here on a flying castle, my lady.
You bitch.
And
Y'all.
and Cassaria looks at you all and says, a flying castle. And she takes a couple, she kind of like starts pacing, looking over at you guys. Is this true?
It'd be a weird thing to lie about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would surely.
Honestly, if we had started with that, it would have sounded like a lie. So yeah.
Yeah, if we had said it, it'd sound sketchier than it is. But yeah, we indeed did.
Do you
Yeah,
work
we are in
with?
position.
Do you work with the giants then? I presume.
Absolutely not.
No, we've not had a great history with the Giants.
We've had several brief encounters with them that ended with several deaths.
Oh well, I have too, and I understand that very well. The last time a flying castle came here, I sent Hilda and her ilk running.
Well, we have good news about that.
Yeah, Hilda will never be running anywhere ever again.
Do we have some trophy from Hilda to show that we had killed her?
We would have her Volge, except Rhuk took it. So we don't have the Volge.
Yeah.
But yeah, however, it may delight you to know, oh great Black Dragon one, that Hilda the Volge is dead, decapitated even.
And her dog too.
Her little dog too.
She's like, she nods and she's like, if you have a flying castle, I presume it is hers, and I thus believe you, unless you are servants of hers posing for this. And it looks like she's studying you to gauge your answer.
I think we had to look at Talvo for that one.
Panache.
You don't even need the panache, just the true answer. Just like, oh, fuck her. Nah.
Yeah, what do you say to like deny this idea?
Give me a second.
I don't know.
I'm cooking.
Oh wait, I have some stuff. I think.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
if you
like
have something, go ahead.
No, never mind. I thought I had a trophy from one of the giants, but I don't.
I'm trying to run back on all my interactions with Hilda, as to why.
Oh yeah, you have a history with her.
Yeah, that's why I'm like looking to you, but like he's got the history. I have my anti-good boy.
Is that not proof enough?
Is this not? Are you not entertained? I don't even know what is the concept of it. Yeah, I don't think I have anything either.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have anything empirical, then I think we can do something like surely we're smart enough to know that you'd be able to gauge our intentions immediately, being the powerful and wise dragon that you are. There's and only a fool would come here.
Do you
with the
think
intent to do harm?
someone as dumb as Hilda is smart enough to send spies to try and win you over? Surely
In
you're too clever
broad
for that.
daylight.
Surely you're too clever for that.
Is that what you're here to do then? Win me over?
In a manner of speaking.
Kobolds leave us, and then the kobolds, like she says this, the kobolds all immediately start to turn and like waddle out of this area of the swamp. They're gonna go back to their post, and some of them will still be able to overhear because it's they're only 100 feet away max. But yeah, it seems like she wants to talk to you guys somewhat privately, and as she's going though, she will say, she'll be like, oh, and Grizzles, good job. I will give you a promotion for this.
That's my boy.
And he goes like, yeah!
You give him a pat on the back.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then as they finish leaving, the kobolds finish leaving the area, she looks at you all and she says, they're idiots, all of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
He did a better job. I'll give him that.
And she's like, what I need are, now that I'm awoken from my slumber, are competent servants. You all certainly look the part.
It's a compliment? No. I think.
We're full of surprises. I mean, yeah, we're great.
And she starts pacing, and she's actually going to get pretty close to you guys now, maybe like 20 feet of distance between you and her. So much so that you can actually see, like, with every breath, there's like a bit of like green, like like not mist, but like or smoke, but like this green kind of vapor, I guess would be the word, that kind of comes out of her nose with every breath, because well, black dragons, they literally breathe acid if they want to. That is their breath weapon, which you guys would all know by now. And
So, out of character, did we, before leaving, did you guys tell me to bring those spears or not?
We did
Like,
not
what
bring
was-
those spears.
We did
Okay,
not.
so our intentions are pure. Okay, good to know.
Yes. Good to know.
so yeah, so she as she gets closer, she basically like she kind of waits for you guys to say anything. If you don't, then she'll begin talking.
No. Like, we await your
Um,
word. Oh, great one.
Yeah, I want to hear what she said first.
Yeah, she would yeah, so she would pace for a little bit, studying you guys, and say if this really is true that you fought and won against Hilda. I'm curious what other things you've accomplished. Tell me of your accomplishments.
How do you feel about dwarves?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good question. How do you feel about dwarves?
The mine diggers do not often reach these parts, but when they do, they're a nice difference in cuisine from what I'm normally eating around here.
Great. So you actually be looking
So,
at a buffet in another town if you're interested.
Yeah, it is interesting that you say that because a purple worm that worked with us had a similar idea of them. So we may have potentially laid waste to a town.
Two.
Maybe two. We've also banished the Archdevil Zilks, with whom I'm sure you're familiar with your venerable age.
She actually nods. She's like, ah, yes, Zilks. At one point, I believe he sent one of his devil companions to seek my aid or an alliance, and I told him no, but I assume he has any number of otherworldly wretches working for him.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna point to Bree. She sleeps in his bed. We took his bed.
She's like, well, I did hear he is quite promiscuous.
Yeah, that was phrased so bad.
Yeah.
She's like, never.
How long has it been since Korbach has gained prominence on the world or the continent stage?
He's like 190, isn't he?
No, he's older than that. He's been around for. No one knows how old he is, actually. Literally, no one knows.
Yeah.
But
I've never thought about that. That's suspicious.
But he's been prominent for about. He rose to power, like locally, regionally, several hundred years ago, and then the Korbach Empire of the Boarman only was kind of formed like maybe 200 years ago. And then only within like the last 100 have they actually expanded. Like Korbach City is the first place he conquered, right? And that was like 200 years ago. And then over the past 200 years, it has slowly expanded, right? Pretty slowly too. So he's only become a pretty big power in the past 100.
Okay.
So we're on a
But
first name
she would
basis.
definitely.
We're on a first name basis with Korbach.
Do you want to say that? Oh my god, because he does not like her, and we don't know if the feeling is mutual. But it's too late. You already said it.
So okay, you say like we're on the first basis. She is like, I've heard of this Korbach, an upstart emperor, just like the Dragon Elves, I imagine.
That's precisely the word I was going to use, actually.
Yep.
Yes, what other missions has he sent us on? He gave us information about the other flying castle? Or no, he did not. We found that information.
He wanted us to take the wellspring.
The axe and the wellspring. That's true.
Yeah.
A wellspring, you say?
Yes. That's where we found, that's where we commandeered this castle. And we understand that there are more, but we haven't found any magical use so far. That's a lie. We found one, but we weren't able to use it for some reason, I think.
As you guys are talking, she looks over at Mohi, who hasn't spoken. He's just been in kind of like in awe and in also fear. she points to him and he's like, this one has not spoken. What has he done? And he'll actually respond first about, I'm just with them. I'm sorry. She actually looks a little annoyed by this response. She's like, it's like, if you have no accomplishments, then let the others speak. At least the others amuse me. And he's like, I'm sorry. Oh, great one. And he'll kind of like bow. Clearly afraid. Even though he's a very competent spellcaster. He's higher level than any of you guys are in terms of his spellcasting ability. But he's still pretty frightened by this song.
Fair.
I'm gonna go over and give him. Wait, is this what this does? No, wait.
Give him a hug.
I guess I guess I'm stupid. Oh, heroism. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna go over and give him a pat on the back and say, "It's all right, man."
Oh, okay.
You know,
That would definitely do it.
You're more well storied than any of us. You tell her of your accomplishments.
Yeah.
And then he's no longer frightened.
Okay, yeah. And actually, when he does that, he'll nod. He'll be like, and he'll nod. He'll be like, I have my own stories, just not of the same type of theirs. When I was younger and studying, I found myself fighting a golem, a clay golem, and took it down. Cassaria kind of shrugs and is like, suppose it could be worse.
Like, hey, he fixed my armor.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
he's a competent enchanter.
An enchanter,
on the cheap, too. On the cheap.
She actually nods. She looks satisfied. She's like, well, your resume certainly seems fairly remarkable for humans and elves like yourselves. And a boar.
Oh my god. Great Dragon Cassaria, you're a poet.
Whoa. And she didn't even know it. Maybe she
she looks a little annoyed by that remark and actually like stomps one of her feet down, which sends water splashing on. She's like, listen. Why have you really come here? What are you getting out of this?
Vigo Charisma, man.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like basically she's been amused by this, and now she's kind of like, okay, tell me the truth now. Like, why are you here?
So, we're not from this part of the world. I don't know. Well, I'm not. I am seeking help to save my friend who's been enslaved by the Dragon Elves.
When you say... She'll actually cut you off. She's like, when you say not from this part of the world, you mean from beyond. Beyond the great veil. She nods.
Don't cut off the dragon. Do not interrupt the
No,
dragon.
she nods, but she actually is very curious now. Like her eyes kind of focusing in on Talvo now, studying him a little more closely, and she says, I have spoken with other dragons of the great beyond the veil.
Really?
He said
What?
I think just to like prove this claim, I think Talvo would like take out his rapier and kind of like just show it, because the craftsmanship would be completely different from what would be from around here.
Mm-hmm.
But would she concern herself? Well, yeah, never mind. Go.
She'll actually
like very obviously like.
She'll actually stoop forward and literally like put her face like within a few feet of Talvo's outstretched hand, and she'll
close your mouth.
She'll definitely like sniff it and then study it and nod. She's like, I believe you. That is quite intriguing. Continue.
So, I come from beyond the veil. We were shipwrecked to the south in the Dragon Elf Empire with many of my friends, and when I was able to escape slavery, I didn't get to bring all of them with. And one in particular, I owe so much to, and I need to save him. But he is nestled within an entire fleet of Dragon Elf warships.
I share no love for the Dragon Elves. They are the ones who attacked me so recently.
Cool. So we agree with that. That's good.
Yeah, I also have no love for the dragon elves.
Yeah.
Like I cut.
And then I'd be like, this one's cool.
I still cut Adau like a little bit of a, you know.
Yeah, they're racist, but that's okay.
He's one of the good ones.
She just kind of like stares, and she's like,
The worst time.
I could be convinced to keep you as my servants if you prove useful.
So
How could we do that? Do you have something you need done?
Well, she says I have my kobolds here and at least one drake from the north on their way to join my forces, and I plan on beginning what I should have done a long time ago, but my slumber has kept me idle. I'm going to begin to bring about what should be the order of these lands. The dragon elves. The dragon elves in the name of the great purple dragon. And she literally spits on the ground when she says the great purple dragon.
Okay, good thing Rakiel didn't come with.
She says in the name of the great purple dragon, they conquer. But the great purple dragon, if they are alive, uses them just as they abuse its name and its what should be a holy name, a holy title, has been twisted.
So is the purple dragon himself chill, or is he also not?
Herself.
Is she chill?
Kind of bad timing. My pizza just got here, so 1 second.
Okay.
Sounds like a sorry. I'd be like, hold on, I'm gonna step out.
And so
a better thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, she is like the great purple dragon I have never met, and I don't know if she actually still lives, but she drove our kind to ruin, I know. The war
Probably
against
not chill.
the war against the giants, we could have won if not for her and her mate, the fools that they were.
What did they do?
She looks like she's considering whether or not it's worth telling you guys, but she will after a moment continue. She'll be like, the Great Veil was called down by them.
The giants.
The great purple dragons, the mate, and her. They caused the rift that divides this world in two. They thought it would be a way. They thought it would be a way to prevent the victory of the giants. Instead, it just sped up their success and the extinction of our kind.
Well, actually, wait. I was gonna say you're not extinct because you're on the other continent, but there's no way Adau knows that.
Yeah.
Talvo might.
Remember Black Dragon
I
right
mean,
now?
we probably like swapped stories a little bit,
Yeah.
so I might be able to tell you about it.
So we could tell her
Yeah.
that and be like, there's more of you on the other side.
But yeah, well, are there more dragons here? I mean, the Great Purple one may yet live. We don't know. But since your last number,
You would know that, like, on this continent, there are rumors of dragons in different areas, but probably no more, like, maximum of, like, a half dozen that you've ever heard of.
I say we know of 2.
Yeah,
So,
you know 2. There's
an
probably
unnamed Drake on their way.
there's probably
and this
3 or
one.
4 other true dragons that you've heard
Whatever the
of.
fuck a Drake is, I don't.
Drakes are like basically like minor dragons that are a lot more animalistic, not nearly as
Google
intelligent.
Drake and a fucking just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, drakes in my world are basically like minor dragons that are not nearly as intelligent though. They have the intelligence of like a kobold basically. They just are much more physically imposing. So, but and they're also they're a good bit smaller than like a fully grown drake. The maximum size a drake can get is still going to be slightly smaller than what she is now. So.
Oh, so they still get pretty big.
They still get pretty big, but not nearly as intelligent, not nearly as powerful. So
Yeah. So well, that's an interesting question. Dragons are always like, or not? Well, it's not a literal question, but interesting fact, because dragons are always scarce.
yeah,
They're always out of their prime. Why can't they? I know they're territorial and stuff, but you would think if they care so much about their species being dominant, they'd breed. You know, they'd go be a slut for a couple years. But-
The dream never saw.
I mean, so part of that is
Be asexual. Don't be weird.
part of that is that in my
Dragon
setting,
Pride?
they used to be a lot more dominant, and they had actual like kingdoms they ruled and worked, and they cooperated somewhat with each other to rule large parts of all the continents of the whole planet. And then they basically they started squabbling amongst themselves, which you can kind of still see because she's kind of criticizing this great purple dragon. But then they also fell into war with the giants, and so the giants and them fought a great war, which kind of led to both of them being a lot less common. Like the giants used to also have whole kingdoms where there would be dozens and dozens of giants in like cities with also hundreds or thousands of human slaves and servants, right? Or dwarven slaves or whatever, right? And the dragons also had like cities where elves and humans and whatever worshiped them and served them as citizens, right? And so it used to be that the world was split up between giants and dragons. Then they fought, they basically wiped each other out, and that led to their slaves uprising and overthrowing many more of them because neither the giants or the dragons were powerful enough to stop them. And that leads us to now, where nowadays, most of the realms in the world are, humans or dwarves or elves, right? Because there aren't nearly enough giants or dragons to maintain what they had before. So.
Okay, so from what I know, giants are bad. I'm kind of on Cassaria's side a little bit right now. I don't know anything about the purple dragon.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, but the purple dragon is that was just a corollary. It was a story.
Yeah.
Her goals are the utter domination of these lands, and it does not matter what wanton destruction she has to wreak to get that.
Oh, that's good lore to know. So I'm not on her side. I
Yeah.
think-
Yeah.
I mean, she literally wiped out like 1,000 lizard folk potentially, or at least hundreds, just
Yeah,
because
dragon elves.
just because she was attacked and just needed to take out the rage on someone else nearby.
That's important to know. So.
And to
I
be
have
fair,
no idea.
to be fair, some of the lizard folk that helped the dragon elves find this place were from that town, and so she did have a reason to go there, but they didn't have anything to do with the actual attack. So.
Okay.
But anyways, though, so that's a bit of background. Just that's somewhat common knowledge that you guys would know. The part about the dragons causing the rift between the halves of the world, you never heard that. None of you have ever heard that before.
Believe it.
So
I think how would that work?
I mean, it makes sense. They're innate spellcasters, or well, some of them can be innate spellcasters.
yeah.
They can cast spells. That's good to know. Okay.
Well, some of them.
Flap around and breathe fire.
Not necessarily all of them. Oh, by the way,
Oh.
sorry, something I forgot to mention. The crest is very visible on her, by the way. I totally should have mentioned that at the very start. The crest there's a chain around her neck attached to the shield, which again is like an emblazoned round shield. For her, it's something that she could hold in like one claw, right? But it's basically a necklace like for her. And at the end of the necklace, this chain, it's a pretty thick chain too, like, it's not something that you could easily break. But the end of it is the shield with the purple dragon curled around. So even though she doesn't seem like she likes the purple dragon, she hasn't tried to modify the shield anyway. And in the center of the shield is this large amethyst, this palm-sized amethyst.
We could take a Sharpie and color that in as a black dragon for you if you wanted.
She just snorts in contempt.
So
Oh great, what is your...
yeah, that joke, yeah, that actually on that topic. Why do you wear a relic of someone for whom you hold such contempt?
It holds
If I may
power.
ask.
It holds
No,
power,
I-
and as I said before, the great purple dragons, they both did much for our kind before, whether it was the years or the fear of losing their power, caused them to disrupt this whole world and bring our kind down. I have never met the great purple dragon, and I hope it stays that way, honestly. But this item holds great power, and there's no reason I shouldn't use the item to bring about a new age of the dragons.
Okay,
We
good
chaotic.
answer.
To an extent, every time
Well,
we say
I
every
mean-
time we say great purple dragon, I just keep thinking of Barney.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, so how deep is that like kind of overhang? Like how far back does it go?
Maybe
Can we
like
see the rock wall?
maybe like 20 feet deep. So here, I could draw the map. Yeah, hold on.
So do we see her horde?
Yeah, you do actually. There's probably like some of it is covered with some sort of like blanket, maybe. So like that is kind of the extent of like the floor area, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a little more in part of it. Hold on. Let me...
why is it so detailed?
What, this map?
No,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Among Us.
the Among
Oh,
Us. I
yeah.
thought he just knew.
Just Britsha Druid.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like when you zoom all the way out, it looks like it's a fucking like render from the game. It's scary.
So, anyways, though yeah, she actually does have over to one side a pretty decent sized horde. A lot of stuff, like just a lot of just stacked up gold and like ornaments and silverware just piled up, literally a pile of it. And it is covered. It seems like she wants to try to keep it shielded from moisture and stuff like that to keep it not from aging. But yeah.
Ooh, I noticed gold doesn't age.
Yeah, but there's other stuff besides gold too.
So I looked it up. Gold does tarnish. It just takes longer and isn't as obvious.
Yeah,
Also, it only happens to
TSM lied to
certain
me.
carrots.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, TSM's a big fat liar.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's probably alloy too, right? And that stuff's gonna have other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
another reason why gold's so valuable is that it doesn't tarnish, and
Yeah.
you can take separate pieces of gold and you can just hammer them together, and
Yeah.
they will.
Well, they're malleable, right?
Yeah, you can reform coins into like an ingot if you wanted.
You're looking rather malleable and untarnished today.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, though, so the
I made some
yeah.
water, but I'm listening.
So yeah, so she yeah, so you kind of asked her like, why does she hold it? Basically, she's like, for one thing, the purple dragons did do a lot of good back in the day, but also for our kind, but also it just holds power, and that's all she cares about, it seems. So
That's fair. Well, okay. So
We haven't told her about the treasure ship yet. I don't know if we.
I don't plan to. Yeah, I don't plan to keep it that way. She'll figure it out if that's what she wants.
Yeah, we'll pull the card if she doesn't agree. That'll be the
Yeah.
last card.
Well, I mean, she'll probably agree, and if she doesn't, what is she gonna kill us for being
Then
here?
it'll be over quick, right?
I've never
Yeah,
died
well,
my
I
whole
guess.
life.
Yeah, and I don't plan to start now. But yeah, I'm gonna. So I guess because we're here, we're here to serve. I guess so. We'll say, what do you need doing? Like, what do you need for us to do? As
I
a-
want-
What can we do for you? Have you help us?
how willing are you
Yeah,
to?
man who's about to be stabbed. What
How-
are you gonna do? Stab me? Yeah.
Yeah.
How willing are you to serve me? Would you lay your life down for me as my
feel like-
servants?
I think we're laying our life down right now, just talking to you.
You are.
Yeah, we've laid our lives down for worse things. For
You're
my-
able to be strong and powerful, and you could probably wipe us right now if we did not.
yeah,
choose
with
that.
a single.
We
swipe
almost
of
died
the-
to rat werewolves.
We
I
didn't
want-
almost die. I had that one handled. That was
I want you to make an oath in my name and prostrate yourself before me.
My huh?
What if I drown? No, I'm joking. I don't say that.
Yeah, it's not deep enough to drown. You know, you're fine.
Yeah.
But she basically says, I need to know that I can actually trust you.
I mean,
Okay.
from what I
None of
hear,
us-
I'm
none of us
actually a
are
little bit on
paladins,
her
are we?
side.
Yeah,
No.
none of us are paladins, are we? So here we go.
So you're all
Okay,
gonna
well, I mean,
you're
if
all
you
gonna
have
like
one, you
bow
know.
on the ground and swear.
Could we do it somewhere drier?
What does this oath say?
She basically just
What do
gonna
we-
repeat something. It doesn't really matter the exact words. She basically saying like, you know, like I swear to serve the great black dragon Cassaria.
Great bottom. Sorry.
And the lizard folk, I guess, are gonna go along with this, and Mohi's like, I guess I'm gonna go along with this. They're not so happy about it though. But they kind of normally have a choice, you know. But as she is kind of like looking at all of you, and as you finish saying this, like, I mean, do you all say this?
Yeah.
You all
I don't
repeat?
want
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want that.
What about Bree? Does Bree repeat these words?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all finish, she kind of like I guess has been studying all of you this whole time, and she looks at Bree. Actually, she's like, "I want to test your resolve to make sure you truly are committed to me for life.
Me.
Those companions of yours, those rats, they are lesser beings. Present them to me as a meal to show that you trust me and I can trust you."
Bro.
Yeah, that's a bra moment.
Guess we're gonna kill the dragon.
So yeah, she literally says like, "Present them to me."
Wait, Helios. You fuck. Shit.
You fuck.
You fuck. I know. Talvo has
You
the
have
highest
major
charisma.
Wait, you have major image. You have major image. I have meals in my bag, so I take out the meat, and then you are like rat, and then bam.
No.
That is not gonna
Panache.
work.
See, it's so funny. I knew that, like, so that I was planning on bringing this out the whole time. Is that I knew that, like, because it makes sense as a test for her to do. But I knew you guys would immediately be like, "Oh shit!" like panic, like, oh god.
Yeah, it worked.
All right, so
No god. All right.
so I mean, you still have to say something persuasive. So what do you say to like kind of at least stall her or whatever, you know?
Before you
Tell her
do
that the
that,
rats are sentient. Like they literally are better than most rats.
before you do that, Cassaria, check this.
This out.
Alright.
It's-
Roll me a persuasion check.
I would like to inspire him.
I
Okay.
would like to guide him.
You give him a, okay, sounds good.
No.
That's pretty good.
Add it.
Plus
Add it.
a D4 plus a D10. Right?
Oh, man, what's Bardic Inspiration? A D10.
And they do a. She doesn't have a great insight, actually.
Are you
What the
serious?
fuck?
Oh wait, no,
That's dumb.
Helios rolls. Helios
That's-
Oh,
rolls.
Helios rolls. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Even better.
That's a 30-7. This is
Yeah.
gonna be the
Well, yeah,
greatest
38.
backflip.
38.
38.
Yeah, no, she'll pause. And basically be like, she'll wait for the rats to do the backflip. Which rat is it who does the backflipping?
It's Blunkus.
Okay, Blunkus is like, he's terrified. You feel him shaking,
no,
Bree.
it's Funkus, sorry.
Oh, Funkus.
It's Funkus.
Funkus is terrified and shaking on your shoulder, Bree.
Can I give a performance along with them to like help inspire them? Assist them?
What you should do is you flip the coin and then have the rat do a flip off the coin.
So,
Dragon.
roll me a
Those are
performance
fucking
check,
rolls,
Helios, and then, Helios, you're a little on edge, a
That
little
was a
nervous
mistake.
about this too. The rat goes over.
No, I don't have inspiration.
The rat goes over and does a
Haven't
flip,
advantage.
and even with the nervousness, the rat manages to perform the flip, but it's still shaking. Cassaria like snorts, and let's see. So like she's regarding. So here's the thing. She's regarding Talvo as a friendly acquaintance, not necessarily anyone else. And so she looks down at the thing and at the rat and is like. She's like, that is amusing, I must admit. What about the other one? Have it do a flip.
I do this with it.
What?
Is this the thing where you get 40 in the rat? No.
What are you gonna do?
It's in the Discord.
Oh. Hold on.
Surely I wouldn't nat one twice in a row on a performance check, right?
No, of course not. But
Never
doesn't
happened.
Blunkus does something, right?
He doesn't. He just
got
he
drunk,
just
didn't
eats.
He's lazy.
Duncan eats.
She looks at
Give a shot of
Talvo.
Fireball whiskey.
She looks at Talvo. She's like, I appreciate you trying to entertain me, dear. What is it?
Talvo.
Dear Talvo, but the other one seems to have much less use in entertainment. I'll just eat the one then. And
Check this out.
Blunkus is like, no.
Talvo's looking around.
Guys, I'm looking around, but we don't have the spears.
Mohi is like,
attacking her.
Mohi is still bowing down, but he looks up at you guys and he gives a little finger motion like, we gotta get over here.
No. What
Can I conjure a rat? With conjure animals?
Here, put that in the chat real quick so you
yeah,
can
be
look
like,
at it.
here's a buffet.
No. Oh my
I mean,
god.
this is arguably worse, but not for me.
So you're definitely... Yeah, you could summon like 8 rats.
Summon 8 rats.
Or just 1 if you wanted to, or like 2 if you wanted.
Wait. Summon them in your bag so that they all freak
Yeah,
out
that's
and
what I was
come
gonna
out of the
say.
bag. And she's like, hey, wait, where are those other rats coming
Yeah, that's the thing.
I was gonna
It's
say,
it's gonna be a bit suspicious. You would have to roll like a deception check.
Do we have a major? No, she would know if it was an illusion.
Not work.
Yeah, she
no.
can see right through the
major
illusion.
images. You can,
Oh, yeah,
you,
true
you can
sight
see.
too.
That's a
You
good
can
point.
see through a major image easily. Sorry about.
Yeah, well that's the thing is you're not actually sure. Like a lot of dragons, not like some ancient dragons have true sight. You have no idea if she actually does yet.
Because what I was
Oh.
considering doing is trying like a sleight of hand and just acting like I go like just yoink it out of like off Bree's shoulder and like here.
Well,
Yeah, probably.
well, you have a few seconds to figure something out. What is Bree or the rest of the group gonna try to
Conjure
do?
the rat. Conjure the rat.
I'm gonna. Bree's gonna panic and conjure 7 rats in her bag, and then 1 that's like is in range for like the sleight of hand potentially.
Roll me a deception check. Conjure the rat is such a good line.
I
Okay.
inspired Bree before that happened. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh,
I
Sunday.
don't think it's gonna matter, but I'll be like, it's okay, Bree. You can sacrifice the rat, and then it's actually one of these. It's actually a little D4 action.
You conjure a rat basically like right next to where was it Blunkus?
Yeah.
That is like right next to him, and he quickly shifts over behind your neck, behind Bree's neck. And this conjured rat like looks back at you like, what do you want me to do? So like, because these things are like,
don't worry.
you know, like they don't like die. They're basically they just go back to where they came from. But he's still not happy about it as he looks at this dragon staring down at him. So this rat is like looking at you. And like basically like, you know, should I go up to your hand that's outstretched and this fake
Bree
rat.
Bree's like looking away. She's like lifting it up to the dragon, to Cassaria. Yeah.
The dragon like bends down, stoops over, and sniffs. Sniffs the rat, and I'm gonna roll a perception check here against the 19.
Surely dragons are great at perception.
They are extremely good at perception. Oh,
She has a plus 11 too, and she just rolled a 3. She sniffs, and then goes.
The dragon equivalent of a shrug.
Yeah. Well, then immediately the jaws snap out, and very actually precisely snap the rat right off of Bree's hand without even brushing Bree. And the rat, you're like, as it goes into its gullet and straight down the throat of the dragon. And once it's in there, it's gonna disappear from the from the spell. But Cassaria actually does. Cassaria actually does pull back now and look at you, Bree, and say, "Very well. It seems you do mean your word."
And Bree's also pretty upset because she doesn't want, like, even though it's not her rat, she's still pretty upset about that rat.
Okay.
Well, the rat didn't actually die; it just went into her mouth and disappeared.
Yeah. The fey creatures.
Something you tell a little kid.
Yeah, it didn't die. It just went to Feyland. You know, it's fine.
Upstate.
She actually seems content with this, and she looks at you and says, "I believe you will be useful servants." My first order will be go to the town that I attacked not but a week ago. Tell the lizard folk and whatever creatures live there, whatever pitiful creatures live there, tell them they serve me now, and extract 10% of their wealth to bring back here.
only 10%. Surely, more than 10% is worthy of your glory.
She looks and she's like, if it is a wealthy town, then take 20%.
Communist dragon?
She's like, she's like the
Comrade Cassaria.
All of their wealth will eventually belong to me, and as my servants, you all belong to me with your wealth too. But for now, keeping wealth in the hands of those who will soon be my soldiers is a good idea. Begin getting any any lizard folk that are capable of carrying arms. Tell them that we march on Falayan soon. That is still the name of the city, right?
Yes, it is.
And she nods, and she'll then turn around and say, and she'll literally say, in 3 days' time, I will meet you in the lizard folks' town, and then we'll begin our march. You are dismissed.
Where do we go now?
And she starts walking back to her lair, so...
Yeah, we're standing in her, like,
Yeah,
room,
I think we
so
just
we just,
leave.
you're just awkwardly like, alright.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna roll one more check. Hold on.
I know
If she rolls a 25 or higher, then she's gonna sniff that Blunkus is still alive.
Damn.
So that's a funny thing. It's as you guys turn to leave. Actually, part of it is also because of the senses that she has. She
fuck it up and then use Druidcraft to make the faint odor of a skunk.
I'll say that gives her disadvantage, so I'll roll again, and so she needs to.
Tell me like, ooh.
Okay, so that does actually here's what happens. She actually she turns around, starts walking away. You guys turn around. The thing was, even though she doesn't have true sight, she actually does have blind sight, which if you don't know is basically like echolocation, like a bat, right? Or in this case, it also might be complemented by smell, like, right, for a dragon. And so you actually, like, hear her go like, wait, I hear many rats. And because you have 7 rats plus the 2, and she like starts turning. Bree in this moment is quick thinking and quickly casts Druidcraft in a little fart cloud of skunk spray, just envelops the area. She turns, you guys turn back so you know the rats can hide behind your neck, Bree. And she sniffs once more, and then it's like, suppose it's nothing. And yeah, and
shower.
And
Rats
she'll
do frequent this area.
and she'll continue going, and you guys can continue out of her little glade here. Probably Bree like shaking the most. Well, except for the rats themselves. And Funkus is over there like comforting Bunkus, like it's okay, it's okay. And you guys make it out of this glade. The kobolds all give you guys like a salute, and then a few of them will guide you guys back like as an escort. So as you're heading back, you can talk.
We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
We didn't die.
I want to kill her.
Yeah, we can't. With the bringing back a Kingdom of the Dragons is untenable. Not happening.
Yeah.
But killing her in battle might be easier, especially because the war fleet will still be there in 3 days.
That could be the chance to bring it down. Yes.
Yeah.
What if we convince her to follow the fleet and have Kurbak?
And have
Army.
Kurbak, the High Priest, Matu, and Cassaria all in one place.
Or let's battle the 5 armies. Fucking
Yeah,
go
Kurbak
nuts.
wanted chaos. Let's
Here we
get Brynmere.
go.
Fucking get Brynmere, get the Dwarven Retaliation Army.
Honestly,
The half band.
Yeah.
honestly, not the worst idea. In all of the chaos,
epic.
we could just like slit the shield or something, right? Let them fight, and then we go south.
It's possible. Like that's something that could happen. Like you could cast Fly on Mohi. Mohi could fly up, touch the shield, dimension door 500 feet away. Hopefully not get counterspelled. I don't think she can cast spells, but probably and then teleport, like fully teleport somewhere else, and then it's fine, and it's good.
Can you counterspell a counterspell just for fun knowledge?
You can actually, yeah.
Okay.
You can actually have if you hypothetically had like 10 wizards, all of whom know counterspell. One of them can cast a spell. Another one counterspells that. Another one counterspells that. Another one counterspells that. Another one
And then all of that happens, and then all that means is just the original spell goes through.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a stupid idea.
Yeah.
I mean, another option is we could just like fake our own death.
We can move to Mexico. We can
Let's just leave.
No, I think our goal now is to bring down the wall, bring down the Great Rift, or Veil, rather. Just
I mean,
because,
that's like the overarching goal after we save friends.
Yeah, how the fuck does a dragon just say like, "Hey, gods, no, get out of here, LMAO, bye"? Like that doesn't happen. Something.
Are there gods in the other world?
On.
Like,
yeah,
I forget how, like out of question. Okay, so the gods and everything are real. It's just we are inside the rift.
It's basically like gods for the rest of the world exist and have influence on it. But to be fair, they have their own world separate from this one. The gods do.
Yeah.
That is.
That's what I meant. Like they can talk to them there.
And it's basically like the gods have their own world connected to the main one. It's just you're in half of the world that is separated from all of that.
So do the gods are they in a different dimension in your world, or are they literally living on a different planet?
It's basically kind of a weird thing where it is kind of like a different dimension, somewhat overlaid with the normal one, but it's not really like the Feywild or anything like that. It's not literally there's no intersections of it. It is a fully different world that just is in a different dimension. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, that not how I expected this to go.
Yeah, but we didn't die.
Hey, you know what though? So if we get like crude gas masks and like oxygen tanks, then hypothetically, this is a planet. You could go to space and throw rocks off the side and just kinetically bombard Cassaria's lair.
I don't know how accurate that's gonna be from the height, or
Probably it doesn't matter if they impact with the force of like a thermonuclear weapon.
Terminal velocity is a thing. You'd have to propel them to.
Yeah. But then terminal velocity also slows it down. So you have to
yeah, like
where you can go
when
to.
meteors make turn, it's not like they started from 0 miles an hour when they entered the atmosphere. They're going at like 10. They're going at like Mach 4, Mach 5, and then
they're slowing down to terminal velocity. So it's like you can launch them, but then you still have to like.
Yeah, Helios literally has a degree in this.
We can't. True, but thin metal rods we could do.
Yeah,
It's just like spears.
The dragon spears. We're gonna sniper from.
True. Oh,
Jesus.
We throw the dragon spear off the side.
From like 5 miles up, and then just.
Or we use a hither thither staff to propel it like portal at like Mach 1 million. And then we send it down.
Ooh.
Another question.
It's a magic weapon, so what is it going to disintegrate? No.
Is there any kind of homing thing?
So this planet has a day-night cycle. Like the planet rotates.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What happens if you stick the rod into the ground and then the planet rotates?
It moves with the planet.
Does it move in relation to the planet?
Press the
Yeah.
button, it just goes.
Yeah, it moves with the planet. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
so funny.
It'd
be useless. It would be useless.
It would be useless because as soon as you hit it, you just go and like
it would kill you. It would kill everyone because it would go off at like 17,000 miles an hour.
Exactly the kind of planet we need.
Yeah. So,
you know what that would do to a ship?
Dude, I think the treasure ship would come out worse for wear after that one.
or you know, you ever think of the fact that like the planet is orbiting the sun? So what if you were on the side that was like going forward and it rips through the planet?
Through the planet.
Yeah, no.
The planet, you're just out having like a picnic like a year from now, right? And you're just having a great day, and all of a sudden, because it's the same point in space.
Yeah, no. Luckily, that doesn't happen. It's immovable in relation to the planet's movement. So.
Yeah.
You've opened a whole new world of lore.
It's an interesting thought.
No, I wonder what happens if what happens if we get like the sphere that you can live in, like Mordenkainen something.
Yeah.
But you get one of those, and then somehow you propel it to like a celestial body, and then you activate an immovable rod. What would happen?
Yeah, is it tied to the celestial body you're on, or the one that it's from?
I mean, these are all relevant questions to the campaign.
I don't know.
What would happen if I put the rod in the bag of holding and turned it on?
Well,
I was actually thinking about that with like you put it in a bag of holding,
question,
it doesn't
actually.
move, and then you somehow like
move the bag. Is the bag
move a second bag
So-
towards the bag that's not moving, and create a wormhole.
inside of the
Away from
bag, is
yeah, that would just break.
everything with everything through like the whole of the bag is its own dimension at that point. So it will stay
So you would
placed.
stick the rod in, and it would just like boop, away.
Well, it would stay put inside the bag, so whenever you open the bag, it'd be the same spot. But the bag itself can be moved around freely. That's fine.
Okay. So we can be like pocket rod. Like,
Yeah,
It's true.
Kragox, they're gonna cause like the singularity and then
well, then join us.
I really like the idea of next week's campaign on Friday. The world blew up.
Yeah, your campaign is over because the other party did some shit.
yeah, no, but
Yeah. But so Okay. I guess.
He took his shirt off as soon as shit started getting real. He's like, "Oh shit, I got panache. Hold on."
No, I took it off as soon as he said they wanted to eat. Cassaria said she wanted to eat a rat.
Yeah, dude,
Okay,
he
well,
was
we're
ready
gonna
to
have-
risk it all for those rats.
We're gonna have to fight this dragon. Also, it's really hot out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
presence of such.
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, so all you guys are walking back. We'll wrap up here the session in a second, but what is the plan for next time? What do you guys discuss?
I don't know.
I think
Okay,
that's
so
just, that's just
I-
gonna happen in the back channels over the course of this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need to figure out shit
I
out.
honestly have stake in the idea of what if we just push towards this giant clusterfuck of like they go forward, Cassaria comes, Kerbok comes because I have mixed feelings about him, and then we just like do all that, make off with the shield because we don't like any of them, and so we just go help the dragon elf people in the south while they're all fighting up here. Save
Yeah,
his
see,
friend.
I'm both of the ideas of, chaos clusterfuck, and fake our own death.
See, back
I
up to the
think-
back. Because like we can't kill Cassaria. Well, we would. I heard that typing. We probably can't kill. We could try to kill Kerbak. It probably wouldn't go very well. We could take the
I don't
dragon
think-
elves,
yeah.
maybe. So,
We
like,
don't have anti-Korbok spears. We do have
That is-
anti-dragon.
True.
I think our best course of action is not fighting. We know where Cassaria's lair is, therefore we have access to the trove if we want to come back. So I think we gather the lizard men, who haven't been compelled by the shield yet. But also, now that they know that she's slaughtered 1,000 of them, they despise her, clearly. Well, maybe not all of them, because I guess, I don't know how close the ties are between the towns. But at least several dozen despise her. So we round up the lizard men in Habak, and then when she rolls out with the kobold army and the drake, we kill her outside of her lair, when she is relatively weak.
Well, so this just kind of popped in my head. We know in 3 days' time, she's marching with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if somebody
What's-
took some of her hoard? While she was
Oh.
gone?
Rude.
Is she gonna leave it unguarded though? But she can't make it back.
I mean,
What?
We'll leave it
Who's gonna
guarded by
guard it? The
kobolds.
kobolds? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
the Jizz Man, whatever his name is.
Grizzles.
It's wicked. It's wicked.
Frizzle, Rizzle, Tizzle.
Yeah.
Sizzle. But I mean, the Drake might guard it. I mean, that sounds like a job worthy of the Drake. Don't let anything come near this.
Yeah,
But-
she would not leave it unguarded. Maybe.
No way. Especially because we know where it is. Like if we,
Yeah,
if
like
it
we
was
just walked up
kobolds-
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, if kobolds, if it was only them, she might leave it unguarded because who
Yeah.
the fuck is gonna stumble
But
on it?
kobolds also can't keep their mouths shut, so she probably wouldn't trust them. So she would definitely have like the Drake watching it.
Yeah, but regardless, there will be something there
I
guarding.
see the gears turning. We're on the right track.
Yeah, but you could use invisibility or something. 'Cause,
True sight.
Drakes, yeah, well, Drakes I don't think have true sight. Maybe they do, but they're definitely not
Blind
as,
sight? I don't know how blind sight works with invisibility.
it would be hearing, but if you have fly plus invisibility, then it would
Or
be fly.
walk without trace.
Well, so
Yeah.
blind
That's
sight
also-
can see invisible things because again, it's like
Oh,
echolocation.
definitely.
Blind sight? I don't know how blind
Oh
sight
yeah,
works.
but that's why I said fly plus invisibility, so they
Well-
can't hear.
Well, no, but it's not. It's more than just hearing. It's like the bouncing of sound waves off of your body. And invisibility doesn't make your body stop existing. You're still physically
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? At least I think that is how it works. Let me look it up real quick.
But I mean, pass
Boarman
without
probably don't
trace,
smell great
doesn't
either.
that muffle sound?
What? Sorry.
Pass without trace? Doesn't that like make you not make sound?
Does
You don't make sound.
it doesn't?
Like sound waves
yeah,
will
what he
still-
said.
I believe it
Yeah.
just makes
Physics
your
moment.
like yeah. So
Echolocation, they'll still bounce off. Even you aren't emanating sound. The sound is bouncing off of you back to them. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You can be as
like a
silent
bat.
as possible, and they'll still hear you
Well,
Or
that's what I'm
clicker.
saying.
because they hear where you are, not the sound you're
Well, I,
making.
know, I understand that. What I'm saying is, I think it just dampens sound coming off of you.
That's
it's
different.
so much of a nitpick.
That would
And
mean that you
it-
absorb the sound and not reflect it back. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's why I kind of wanted to see the text of the spell.
yeah. So okay. So
Well,
blind
now you-
sight is yeah.
You
So
would still need to reflect the sound back. It would just have to be reflected at whatever the frequency of like the rock is. You know.
But it doesn't say anything about that. Drashiga seems.
I don't think they thought.
As do creatures' echolocation.
Yeah, so it would be able. Blind sight can still detect where you are. That's the whole.
Okay.
That's so if you're invisible,
really
and
fast.
even if you do pass without trace, it's because again, it's not that it's.
Door.
It's not that it's literally the sound you're making. It's the sound. It's basically again, it's like echolocation. It's like pings, like sonar almost, a radar off of your bodies that are physically there, right? So
Yeah. I guess what the text of the spell says can't be tracked except by magical means, which I would
assume that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for tracking, but that's not necessarily for perceiving, because it's like.
Yeah.
It's basically for stealth rolls, right? Like your stealth rolls get a bonus, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she wouldn't. And so you probably have an advantage on like the rolls for stealth and stuff, but or whatever. But
it's plus 10 to stealth.
Yeah, tremor sense is the thing that where flying would work against.
But the purple worm was on our side for that one.
Yeah,
So
tremor sense is of course, where you have the vibrations of the ground, right? But.
Although
Tremors.
the text of the spell also does say a creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Yeah, well, so like you wouldn't be able to be tracked.
It's a passage, yeah.
But it's not necessarily about like literally perception.
Like behind you, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are, yeah. I don't think we can
would
cheese
like-
this one, boys.
Well, there is a cheese that we can do, but it's a different cheese. I would like to just pick up a distinctive looking rock or something, or twig, maybe.
Yeah,
That's from the lair, and bring it with me.
Okay, sounds good.
that would count.
Sounds good. I am. Well, I think we'll. You guys have some. You guys definitely have some thinking to do.
Yeah. I'd also like to
And-
note that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
We all left the castle fully clothed to the lair of the dragon. We are walking back. Talvo does not have a shirt on. Let everybody at the castle infer what happened.
I like Talvo actually ripped his shirt off in game. Like, oh shit.
Devotion to me. Talvo's like, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll go ahead and wrap up here. The group, it sounds like we'll have some thinking to do. We'll probably do some talking in the back channels.
But we can think because we're not dead from fighting her.
Yeah, it's true. I was really curious how you guys would react to the whole rat thing, because I knew as soon as you guys were saying like, "Oh, we're gonna try to go pretend to be loyal," I was like, "Okay, well, I know the perfect test that she would think of," yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
12 days of Christmas for ourselves out of there.
Yeah.
That being said, Lucas, going on a diet. We're gonna teach this little man how to.
He's gotta learn how to backflip. Yeah.
It's also really fun because I was able to use a little like kind of meaningless character detail of the rats and then turn that into a story
Plot
moment.
detail, yeah.
So, that's gonna do it for us. I think
we have 3 days, Kragox. We're 11. We're locked in.
I think I am gonna wrap up the stream here. I might actually be live again in a bit, doing some other stuff. I don't know what it will be, but I think that's gonna do it for all of us. I should be good for the rest of the summer, basically. So you guys all good for next week? So
Same here.
Should be.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see you all later then. Bye bye.
Adios.